Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. Your leader in sports in the Inland Empire.
Move the riverside.
Now, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
What is up? Today is the day, Jeff. You know what today is?
No, what is today?
You know what today? That's a nice shirt, by the way, though.
Hey,
Inland Sports All-Star Classic.
You have a nice shirt on as well.
Today's the day. It's the Quakes home opener. It's finally here. We didn't have Mike Lindskog on the air last night. I really missed his voice. His voice is the voice of summer, man.
It just wafts through the air with the hot dog smells. You can hear old Lindskog.
Did you say Mike Lindskog smells like a hot dog?
Hot dog water. Hot dog water.
Isn't that the worst? You cut open a pack of hot dogs, and it's kind of, well, I guess if they're not expired, they don't have the slime, but you got kind of a plasma, like a liquid, like that hot dog juice.
I
that's
drink
in there.
it. I will just
Gross.
suck it down. I eat a lot of hot dogs, though. This physique has taken a lot of Hebrew national hot dogs down over the last couple of years. And plus, when you have little kids, easiest meal
Hot
in the
dogs,
world.
man.
Easiest meal in the world. Throw them in, boil them for a little while. Are you a boil or grilling guy?
Grill.
You never boil
don't
them?
Boil. No.
Yes, you do. Boil them's the best.
No.
Yeah.
You got no grill boil.
Yeah, well, you can't grill on
I
the
would probably put one in the microwave before boiling it.
microwave.
Yeah.
Dude, what is wrong with
You
you?
take-
That's when
no,
they
no, no, no.
blister. Then they blister
listen.
and look gross.
You just take a fork and you poke some holes in it, and then you throw it in the microwave for like a minute.
No.
It blossoms and looks beautiful.
No way.
Yeah.
It's like the Toxic Avengers little
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no way I'm ever going to microwave a dog.
Wait,
man.
but then you're asking the guy who also cooked hot dogs for our hot dog eating contest on the Inland Sports Show.
They look like blisters. I remember those things.
You said, why does your hot dogs have boils? I said, they're not boils, Jeff. I think I did them on a George Foreman. You know, the little George Foreman grills?
Oh, but they were like meatless or something. There was something
they
wrong
were
with
good.
them. They were like turkey or chicken, weren't they?
I think
Yeah,
they were
something.
hot dogs.
They
were healthy.
No,
They
they
were
weren't.
healthy yeah.
But see, hot dogs aren't meant to be healthy. They're supposed to be like, you know, the hoofs and snouts. But see, when you get the Hebrew National, they're always, they're kosher.
Yeah.
They've been.
I got to have kosher.
Yeah, but no way. Those things you brought in weren't kosher at all.
Yeah, they were
Those
good.
things were-
Those were healthy. Now that you're on your diet, that's what you're going to be eating. Just
No.
nonstop turkey hot dogs.
God, I wouldn't eat tofu anything. Have you ever seen it on Thanksgiving? They have tofurkeys. Have you ever seen those in the
Yeah,
store?
I have. No, I wouldn't touch tofu. I just wouldn't do it. It's just me.
Hey,
you like tofu? Great. It's not for me.
See, I have an ex-wife who used to like tofu, and that's why she's an ex-wife.
Oh!
I would. She would eat. It was like sponge, and I'm like, oh, no
Is
wonder
it
we didn't
soy?
get along.
What is it?
It's
Soy, right?
Soy. It's just soy. It's just rotten. See, my wife now, my soulmate, the Smetty Smedberg.
Old Smetty.
She would never.
She loves meat.
Yeah, she loves meat. She would never, ever have a.
She's a carnivore.
Yeah,
No tofu.
No tofu. No way. She likes. The only thing she does like you don't like, of course, is sushi. You're not a. You don't like fish.
No.
Oh man, I do like sushi though. I have
Do you?
something about it, and it just makes you get going. It's like a good vibe.
It does.
It does. Oh, you guys just you both don't like it.
No. Donuts get me going.
No,
Like,
no.
Yeah, feeling good.
I'm telling you, the first time I had sushi, it kind of made the endorphins or something go.
Really?
Yeah, my naughty bits were tingling. I was walking around feeling really snappy and good. It was a good time. I love sushi now. For some reason, I won't eat like the
way it makes you
octopus stuff.
feel, or like the taste. You
No,
actually enjoy it.
The
Like
what-
that tastes good.
Only if it's like the spicy tuna and you dunk it in that hot stuff, the wasabi.
The wasabi.
And some soy sauce. It's pretty good. But I'm not eating like a sucker from a octopus or anything like
You gotta
that.
have 16 in pizza.
No, hell
Wait,
no.
hold
Don't
on.
get crazy now.
Hold on. So I can just get to the heart of this issue and get straight to the story. So when you go noodling, you never eat the fish you catch. You catch.
No,
your
I'm
release.
allergic to catfish.
Oh, you are.
I'm very allergic to
Okay.
catfish, but I do donate it though to the needy people, and I will. In Lake Tawakoni when I go this summer for the big noodling championships,
Yes.
I'll donate my
Your winnings?
my 85-pound fish to the local community because a lot of people like catfish. I can't.
That's
eat
a lot
it.
of that's a lot of food.
I break out in hives when I have catfish, and they're bony fish. So I don't like bony fish. I like a white fish.
But sushi's okay.
Sushis are. It's got to be. It's got to be like just certain things. My wife, she's an adventurer when she comes to sushi. She'll eat anything. Not me. Nope.
Because my wife will eat the. Is it the California roll that has like the crab meat?
Yes.
I think it's crab.
It's either that or it's spicy tuna. which is
Okay.
good. She'll eat that?
Yeah. So, like, if we go to a place that has it, maybe like once a year, twice a year at the most, she'll get it, and you'll ask me if I want to bite. Nope.
Have
no
you ever
thanks.
had sushi?
Yes.
And you didn't like it at all?
No.
Even when you dunked it in all that sauce and wasabi?
Nope.
It kind of
I told you, I don't even like shrimp. Remember I told you the guy at the restaurant flung a piece of shrimp in the air, and I caught it in my mouth, and I'm like, oh, great, I got to eat this because everyone's staring at me.
Have you ever had crab legs?
Yes.
Crab legs taste okay. You don't like that?
No. Remember my buddies and I used to go fishing for sharks.
Oh, sharks.
Sharks in Humboldt Bay. The only thing we caught were crabs. They take them back to the house.
You're hanging out with the wrong people if you're catching crabs.
No, that's all we caught. We caught crabs, but they ate them.
All right, Pep. All right.
You guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you just said you caught crabs.
I did.
Darn
Lots
funny.
of them. Lots of them. We were trying to get sharks, and all we caught were crabs.
You're hanging out with the wrong girls. Okay, let's go.
There were dudes.
Even worse. Oh, that's
Steve
so bad.
Blanche, Adam DeBruin.
Oh, that's so bad.
My buddy Adam DeBruin.
His name was Adam DeBruin?
Right now, he is the captain of his own boat down in the Keys in Florida.
He is?
He was in high school. He was all-state in hockey. He had scholarships all over the place in the East Coast, but he wanted to go to California because California was cool, and he wanted to rock climb and fly fish and go to the beach. He's like, California is the best. He gave up. He could have been in the NHL. Like he could have had a scholarship anywhere to play goalie in hockey somewhere in the Northeast.
He wanted to go to Humboldt.
He wanted to go to Humboldt. I still tell him this day, Adam, you're an idiot, dude. You are an idiot.
But now he's a captain?
He was always a real outdoorsman. He is a captain of a boat. They go out and do like fishing tours and whatnot down in the Florida Keys.
Oh, so he's catching fish.
He is.
And
I used to tell him all the time, what are you doing out here, Adam? Go back to Maine. Go back to Maine. Be an all-state goalie. Make it to the NHL. I'll have a friend that's in an NHL.
Instead, you have a guy he's a captain. He's a captain.
He has a boat.
And he's catching fish.
Yeah, he catch fish all the time.
I'm glad he's not catching crabs anymore, though.
No.
He's catching fish.
He and I caught lots of crabs. And Steve Blanche. Lots of crabs. Steve Blanche. It is the Quakes home opener tonight out there at Lone Mart Field. Mike Lindskog will have the call. 6:45 pregame. Greg, 6:50. So if you get a little anxious on the radio dial, you can come over to Fox Sports IE 1350 AM at 6:45. Just hold on. 6:50. The Vince Scully of the IE, Mike Lindskog, will hit the airwaves. So 6:50 Quakes taking on the Inland Empire 66ers. And Greg pointed it out, it's the Angels versus the Dodgers California League battle.
Oh, that's right. Didn't they change the name of the epicenter?
Yeah, they changed. Oh, it was. Well, it's kind of like, you know, the Honda Center where the Ducks play?
Yes.
I think most people still call it the Pond.
Yes.
It's still the Pond. So I think a lot of people still probably call Rancho Cucamonga the epicenter. But technically, someone bought the rights. It's Lone Mart Field.
Oh, okay. I got you. Because
You know what I
I
mean?
get very confused. This whole minor league baseball stuff is all new to me. All new to me. Because I was talking about, we talked about the Storm yesterday. And their mascot, his name is Thunder. I was told
Tunder.
I was told last night by Fast Johnny, he goes, Dad, it's Thunder. And I said, it's Tunder? And he said, yes, it's Tunder. So, yes, he comes to all the
But isn't there a couple of them?
No.
There's just one?
Just one. As far as I know.
Because the Storm has the fast squirrel. They have this guy who dresses up like a squirrel, and he races people. He's supposed to be like the fastest squirrel on the planet. In fact, they had some contest. They're like, if you think you're fast, come out and race.
There's
somebody
also
Google that.
There's a guy that does it in the major leagues.
Somebody Google this. One of the producers.
Yes. There's supposed to be, isn't there a guy that does it in the major leagues? He dresses up like Mr. Freeze. Have you seen that guy?
Yes.
And he's like the super fast. He is a world-class sprinter.
The
nobody's
Freeze
ever
guy.
nobody's
I
ever
wonder
beat
who
him.
it really is.
He was a world-class sprinter. Tried out for the Olympics. I saw a whole thing on him on TV. It was like on 60 Minutes or something. That guy is a world-class, he was either a hurdler or he was a sprinter of some sort. But, man, he is super, super fast. You guys are both Googling.
I'm going to Google Lake Elsinore Storm Squirrel. Watch, I'm probably way off. People
I think you are. I've never heard of that.
That
I just know
donut has gone straight to my head.
I know Thunder came over and licks my head every time he sees me at the T-ball games out there.
No, here he is. There's video of him right here.
He's a squirrel. Does he have a tail?
Yeah,
a big
look,
bushy tail?
Look.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Oh, man, hold on, Mike. My phone's freaking out.
Dude, get a new phone.
No, this phone's really...
The flip phone, I'm surprised I
Look,
can do
do you
that.
see him? Look. He's a giant squirrel, and he races people. He's really fast. I'd love to see the squirrel go up against Mr. Freeze or whoever.
Dude, I'm going to go watch this. Yeah. This is a great...
Ace!
Ace the squirrel.
Ace the squirrel!
Look at it. Oh, he's racing right now.
Oh, there's Jackpot, who's a bunny. There's
Mini Thunder.
Oh, there's all kinds.
They got a gorilla.
They got a gorilla?
Yeah, but Thunder's the one that's really, he's the main guy. He's the Mickey Mouse of the Lake Elsinore Storm.
Yes, everyone else is like Goofy, Donald, Pluto.
Goofy? What is Goofy? Is he a dog?
Yeah, he's definitely a dog.
Well, then why is Pluto a dog and doesn't talk? And yet sometimes Pluto will walk on all fours and Goofy walks on 2 feet and talks. And where's that?
That's one of life's great mysteries.
I don't like that mystery.
There's a couple things that when I get to heaven and I see the good Lord for the first time, my first question is Bigfoot real? That's going to be my first one.
Okay.
My second one is why is Goofy walking around wearing clothes and talking and what's up with Pluto?
And Goofy's got a girlfriend who's a cow. Clarabelle.
That's right.
She's a cow.
Bakersfield.
Oh, that's a big like oil drip. Bakersfield, the Condors. I think it's because they're the affiliate. I know Greg's going nuts on the mascots over here because they're an affiliate of the Edmonton Oilers. Because Edmonton in Canada and the central San Joaquin Valley, the Bakersfield area, is rich in oil. Dude, if you go, there's a certain area in Bakersfield. It's called the Bluffs. If you look over the bluffs, it would look like a scene from the new Han Solo movie.
It's just
you're on another
oil
planet.
Derricks everywhere.
Oil derricks everywhere, going up and down. That like there's dust everywhere. The sun setting. You would think you're on Tatooine or something.
Nice.
But they have oil, so it's like an oil.
Hey,
strip.
you know though, you don't need to wait to go to heaven to ask if the deal with Pluto and Goofy.
Who do I ask?
You just wait until they thaw out old Walt Disney's head with Ted Williams, and you can ask him yourself.
Oh my God!
And 20 years from now, we might be able to talk to Walt Disney himself when they connect.
He's back.
He's going to reanimate Walt Disney, and you can ask him yourself.
What is up with Goofy? Is Goofy a dog?
He must be a dog.
Have you ever Googled it? Is Goofy a dog?
No, but it's a discussion I have with my kids all the time.
You know, this is one of those moments, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring in Alexa into the studio.
I like Alexa. Siri doesn't ask or answer as well as Alexa. Because we have an Alexa at my parents' house.
Is Siri not as smart?
No, Siri's deadpan. Alexa sometimes is funny.
So the first thing I type in is Goofy, and of course the first thing is a dog.
It is. It has to be. But I just don't understand because then Pluto's like a lower class dog. So he would be like a mutt. And then you have like a purebred, which would be Goofy. But what kind of purebred dog would Goofy be? Because, you know, some dogs are really stupid. Have you ever, like boxers? I'm sorry, if you have a boxer and you're at home or you're driving right now and you're listening, and I call boxers are generally pretty stupid. I've known a lot of boxers in my life, and the dogs are always hyper. They pee all everything, and they're just kind of dumb.
Yeah.
German Shepherds are like the smart, elite, rich guys of the
very
rich
regal,
dogs.
You know,
very
look great dogs, family dogs.
Very, very rich. And then you have like the pit bulls that are like they're like the tough guys, the boxers,
the thugs.
the big mean guys. Yeah, they're like the enforcers. And then you have the little dogs that are like cute little girls. That makes sense? Like poodles and Shih Tzus and pugs. Now pugs.
Hey, there was a coyote in our yard this morning.
There was?
Yeah, big one. Hey,
were you scared?
No, I wasn't scared.
Would you fight a coyote? I have no problem. I see him over in my neighborhood all the time. I'd go up and I would have no problem fighting.
Because we see him quite a bit, but what stopped us this time was remember our dog, we had a dog named Bear. He was a big husky mix. He was a husky Chow Akita. And this coyote, because coyotes usually are pretty skinny and mangy looking.
Yes.
This one was like
bulky?
Like almost like a wolf. Like it was big and furry and thick. And I was like, man, that looks like Bear.
Maybe it was a wolf.
I don't know.
Are there wolves still in California?
Probably.
I'm asking a lot of questions today, guys.
The king wolves.
I am very, 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 very intrigued about this.
That was almost the whole first segment. And I still don't have an answer about Goofy.
No, we will on the break. I'm going to look it up.
According to Wikipedia, he's a dog, but there's a lot of other websites saying there's a Goofy cover up.
But, Goofy's wife is Clarabelle,
which is a cow.
She's a cow, and she said when she says "moo,"
no, I know the cartoons. Yeah.
So there's something funky going on. A lot of crossbreeding.
So many questions.
Crossbreeding. Yeah,
so many questions.
Weird stuff.
So, Quakes home opener tonight against the 66ers in California League Baseball. Red Sox pitcher Joe Kelly, the pride of Corona High School and UC Riverside, part of that big Red Sox and Yankees brawl last night. We'll revisit that later in the show, as Joe Kelly was the guy who beaned Tyler Austin of the Yankees. And Joe Kelly, if you read his lips, if you watch his actions, basically said, let's go, bring it on. And that's why Tyler Austin rushed to the mound, and boom. Next thing you know, benches clearing brawl.
Hey, is this where they threw the glove? Did he throw the glove?
No, that was the other fight.
That was the San Diego fight?
Yeah, I think it was the Padres and Rockies.
Yeah, the pitcher couldn't even hit his glove.
Yeah.
He couldn't even hit him.
Yeah.
There was two big good fights.
Yeah,
yesterday.
there's two brawls yesterday.
I love baseball.
Something in the air. The NBA playoffs, we're going to get to all those first-round matchups coming up, but the big one last night was Minnesota beat Denver head-to-head in overtime. And, Jeff, that was pretty awesome. The whole season comes down to one game. The winner gets into the playoffs. The loser is out. And Minnesota got the job done at home.
You know, and Minnesota, I will say this, I don't think they deserve to be in it, because they had such a good first 3 quarters of the year and then tanked the last quarter.
But
and then
it was still enough to get in.
Yeah, and then Denver, though. Denver has nobody. And they came out of nowhere and played so great, and they just missed out.
Just a game short.
Yes.
Isn't Jimmy Butler still hurt for Minnesota?
No, he's back.
He's back?
He's back. He had knee surgery in his back.
They're sneaky good.
They could be really
Karl Anthony
good.
Towns, Jimmy Butler, they're sneaky good.
Don't they have Jabari Parker, too? Or is he with...
I think Jabari Parker was maybe traded to
Hey, he was supposed to be
Minnesota.
the next Michael Jordan. Remember all that stuff?
Jabari Parker?
Yeah.
Out of Duke,
Or
right? Another
Wiggins?
Duke guy?
Do they have Wiggins?
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, I think he's in Minnesota.
That's
isn't
kind of a good big three, right? Wiggins,
Yeah.
Butler, and Karl Anthony
Yeah,
Towns.
that's pretty good.
That's pretty but
nice.
they're the number 8 seed.
Oof.
So they're going to get the number 1 team, Toronto, which I'm not exactly sold on Toronto.
No,
I'm
Toronto-
sorry, in the West. They got Houston.
Yeah, they got Houston. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not... Remember, we were talking, you know, the Rockets are supposed to be so good. Do you remember how bad James Harden was last year in the playoffs? Do you
Yeah.
remember he just disappeared and didn't, score in that last game, and they were eliminated? It was the most embarrassing moment of his career. Maybe he can redeem himself.
You know, sometimes you got to go through some growing pains, right? You get to the playoffs, go through some things, you learn from it, you bounce back, and you come back better than ever. Again, James Harden will be your NBA MVP.
No, we
right?
shouldn't.
And the Lakers closed out the season against the Clippers. Lakers won 115-100. Andre Ingram, he played again, Jeff.
Yeah, but he only got 5 points, which brought his average down to 12.
Yeah, he played 34 minutes, though. He played a lot last night.
Yeah, he's a very good player. What a great way to really end his career, because he's not going to get he's not going to get another shot. Maybe
But he'll always have this for the rest of his life. He'll be like, yep, I got called up by the Lakers. I played in an NBA game. I had 19 in a game.
Yes.
Just to share that story for the rest of your life is pretty special.
Hey, and everyone across America now is training to in their 40s, saying they're making.
There's still a
comeback.
chance.
Still a chance.
Wait, he was 32?
32.
He's not that old.
No, but he looked like he was about 42.
Yeah, he's got a lot of gray.
Get Jeff to boost.
Come on, Jeff.
Boost training.
You can still do it.
Ray Bass,
at
get me
Boost,
ready.
man. He'd get you cracking.
I don't want some guy yelling at me though.
Oh, he's gonna yell a lot at you.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. My comeback is just over right now.
It's brought to you by Boost Performance Training and Coach
Hey.
Ray Bass. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Twitter. Listen, they'll train any guys or gals in any sport: lacrosse, golf, track, baseball, football, basketball. Make sure you go check out their strength and speed class. The first one's always free at Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. Spoiled, quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and low prices. So you're going to spoil yourself and you're going to spoil your car, because you know your car's going to be going strong out there and all this bad IE traffic. But you got to go to Spoiled, quick quality oil change. We also got Ken's Sporting Goods. More than 40 years, that's 4+ decades in the IE, providing you with all of your sporting gear needs, Letterman's jackets, team sales. Maybe you own a local business, you need some embroidery on some shirts or sweaters. They can do that too. That's kensportinggoods.com is the website. And Catalano Motors in Corona, off of Temescal Canyon Road, where you can buy, trade, and finance. Get that new to you car or truck or minivan. In Jeff Gorham's case,
I love minivans.
you can be cruising around the IE and something new tonight. At least tomorrow morning. Get over there, check out what they got on the lot. Derek Catalano and his team, no pressure, no headaches, just trying to make you happy, right?
Yes, but I want my new whip
What's your new whip, Jeff?
I want an ice cream van. I want to ride around my neighborhood and sell ice cream.
I've done that.
You did not.
My grandparents, when I was really little, drove an ice cream van for whatever reason.
Ice cream truck, they did?
Yeah, my grandpa was a postman. He used to walk around delivering
My grandpa
mail.
was a postman.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I got to know Mark Gard.
Really?
Yes, because my grandpa and Mark Gard's dad were very, very tight. He was his mailman.
Really?
Yes, no joke.
Yeah.
No joke. My grandpa was a mailman.
So we got that in common.
Yeah. But he drove an ice cream truck.
He retired, and they're like, hey, let's drive an ice cream truck.
What a great
So I
job.
remember during the summer, I'd just like ride around with him. I thought it was like the coolest thing.
I think it is the coolest
Now I look
thing.
back and I'm like, oh man, that was kind of weird.
Well,
That was me rolling down the streets of Anderson and Cottonwood, up to no good.
hey, I didn't know this either, but ice cream truck guys were always drug dealers in the hood. You know that, right, Greg? Did you know that, Pat?
No, I'm too sheltered. I don't know
I
those
was
things.
sheltered until I was like, I love ice cream trucks, and they were like, they're drug dealers. I went, what?
No.
Get out of here. Yeah.
I'm going back into my little bubble. I don't want to know about these.
I don't either. I love the ice cream. I want a new whip as an ice cream truck. I'm going to drive it to work. I'm going to drive it here.
With the music on?
You're darn
Here
right.
comes Jeff. Listen, I think I hear him coming
That's
over here.
the only way to do it is with this music. I love it.
That's been a really long first segment. My favorite was the Choco Taco. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on
Bomb
Fox
pop.
Sports IE 1350 AM. Welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. That's a good first segment. Really got into it.
We did.
The nuts and bolts of today's sports and hot dog water and Pluto and Goofy and what else did we get to?
We got talked about driving a ice cream truck. Our grandpas,
that's
our
right.
grandpas were both
Don't
postmen.
forget about the ice cream trucks.
Our grandpas were postmen. You say grandpas. Yours is still alive. Mine is not.
Yeah, mine's a World War II vet, still live and kicking, doing well.
How the heck do you have so many people still alive? You still have a grandpa. I haven't had a grandpa since I was like 5th grade, man. Honestly, I haven't had a grandpa since 4th or 5th grade.
Always get it going when you see them?
I had one grandpa, he was bald, and he had a big mole on his neck, and I pulled it off one time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but he was bald. That's where I got my baldness from. And I used to lick his head when I was a kid. It was real salty.
What's wrong with you?
He'd go, what's wrong? And he used to say, what's wrong with me? He used to go, what's wrong with you? Just stop licking my head. And I go, but it's salty, Grandpa. And he had this big mole on the side of his neck. And I yanked it off.
Oh.
He was bleeding everywhere. And he was like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, what is
He
wrong
was a
with
butcher.
you?
He was a true butcher. He literally came over from the old country of Germany, and he had sausage fingers. But he was Roy Rogers' personal butcher.
He was?
He was no joke. They would go out, Roy Rogers and Dale Evans, he would go out to the desert, wherever they lived up in the high desert, and he would go out and kill and butcher his livestock and for meat for old Roy Rogers and Dale Evans.
Who knew?
Who knew? He worked over here in Colton. He was Colton. He was in
Home
a
City.
Yeah,
The Hive,
he worked in a
deep in the Hive.
He worked for Caney Meat Company.
We got you.
There you go.
What is that?
Yeah, it's the best. I love it.
Is that like some old radio show or something like that?
Just one more time.
What's up, Colton? We got you.
We got you.
Yeah, that's my grandpa was.
Big in Colton. Go ahead.
I just gave my entire life story of both grandpas. One was a meat cutter, and the other was a postman.
And speaking of grandpas and stuff, remember I was telling you on the phone last night. In fact, I called you out of the blue to tell you that my mom was just visiting.
Yes.
And she said, hey, I did that genealogy thing, not the DNA thing where they trace like your blood and where you went, but like genealogy. I'm like 3rd generation Russian Jew. Like my grandpa was 1st generation in the United States from Russia. Russian. So I'm like 1st generation Mexican on my dad's side. My dad's from Guadalajara, straight from La Ciudad. Right?
Guadalajara.
And my mom's side, my dad, my grandpa's, that side of it, 3rd generation Russian Jew.
See, I got Germans. I got Germans on one side and English on the other. And I'm just a big.
You're a big what, Jeff?
I'm just a big white guy. A big white guy with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Hey, speaking of some big guys, the LA Chargers are having some workouts today. We've got 2 big guys from the Inland Empire trying to impress the Lightning Bolts, maybe get drafted, or at least the very worst, if you don't get drafted, you can get signed as an undrafted free agent after the draft. So you can go out to these workouts, impress the Chargers or any other NFL team if they invite you in for a workout. Yeah. But if you impress them enough, they might not draft you, but they can still sign you after the draft as an undrafted free agent.
Who are those guys, Pep Fernandez?
It's your boy, Kylie Fitz.
Kylie Fitz. I love saying. Hey, the other guy, I say it in my shower, and I think I know how to say it now.
Okay, I'm going to let you do it.
Okay, this Vianney.
Yep.
Talamaival.
You got it.
Yeah!
You did it.
I have been working on that in the shower for weeks.
You really did it.
I saw that in the rundown. I'm like, man, I cannot wait to say it. And I can't believe I said it correctly.
So Kylie Fitz, Redlands East Valley and the University of Utah Utes working out for the Chargers today, as is Vianney Talamaival, the Centennial High School product by way of USC. And again, hopefully these guys get drafted, but if they don't, it's not the worst thing in the world because you just sign one of those undrafted free agent contracts with, it's almost like you have your options open.
Yes.
If a team drafts you, that's where you have to go. But if you don't get drafted, hopefully you have some options. So.
You be a free agent and play anywhere.
So the Chargers working out 2 of our local guys from the IE. Here's another thing about the NFL draft coming up, Jeff. So usually they, you get drafted and the player walks onto the stage with the commish, Roger Goodell, and they hand them a hat with the logo on it.
Yes.
They put it on their head and they smile and take pictures. They do the whole thing. This year they will have the hats, but it's not necessarily just going to be like the team logo. It's going to be a team slogan.
What?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. There's a lot of letters on the hat. I don't like hats that are busy. I like hats that are simple. One logo, or or like a Yankee hat, like an NY, like something simple, classy.
A Detroit Tigers with just a D.
There you go.
A big D.
Or Dodgers, just a LA.
Perfect.
Something simple. I don't want it too busy unless you're Los Cocuys, de San Bernardino. Other than that, I don't want it busy. Not a lot of colors, just simple, classy, clean. Okay, the NFL draft, though, they're going to have sayings. And here's a couple of them to get you in the mood. The Saints, on their hat, it's going to say Big Easy Football.
What?
Instead of Who Dat.
Why would it say Who Dat? I think that is just, I've always thought that was stupid.
Yeah. But that's a lot of words. That's too many letters
Yeah.
on a hat. That's too busy. I wouldn't wear that.
It ain't easy being Big Jeezy.
The Patriots.
Patriots. Oh, yeah, they're
Some
awesome.
words famously uttered by Bill Belichick. Do your job.
Oh, come on.
That's going to be on their hat.
Okay.
Do your job. So if you're drafted by the Patriots, do your job.
Do your job.
Now, the Raiders are throwing everyone a curveball, as they always do, because that's the way Greg likes them. They don't want to conform with everybody else. So on the hat, on the outside, it'll say Raider Nation.
Okay, that's okay. I can go with that.
But on the inside ring, it's going to say Just Win, baby.
Al Davis.
Al Davis, just win, baby.
They should have went with Commitment to Excellence.
Well, that would have been cool.
They got several
on
things
the
you could
inside,
pick
I think
from.
would have been better. Instead of just win, baby. Yeah, whatever.
The 49ers. As a 49er fan, I am severely disappointed. You know what theirs is going to say on their hat? You get drafted by San Francisco. It's the best moment of your life. You walk onto the stage. You're getting ready to take all these pictures. Your hat's going to say Niners.
What?
that's their catchy slogan.
That's just,
Niners.
Yeah,
So nothing special out of the ordinary for San Francisco. The Chargers, kind of a slap in the face to San Diego because they are the Superchargers.
There's a song. Remember the
San Diego Superchargers.
Oh, that's just
So
weak.
on their hats, it's going to say Superchargers.
Ooh, that's going to be bad.
The Rams. Listen, Jeff, I know a lot of Rams fans.
You right here.
Never once, though, have I heard anyone call them the Mob Squad.
Never. That is a new slogan that somebody has made up. Somebody paid big bucks to. Somebody got $1 million.
I did a little bit of research on this one because, again, I know lots of Rams fans. I've never heard anyone call them Mob Squad. That's going to be on their hats. I looked up mob. It is the term for a group of Rams. So, like more than one, plural.
Okay, that
You
makes
call
sense.
them a mob. And I guess maybe like 3 seasons ago, some of the defensive linemen were saying, yeah, they call themselves the mob, the defensive line.
Okay.
But still, I don't know any Rams fans to say, dude, you check out the Mob Squad yesterday?
No.
They beat San Francisco. No, I've never heard anybody say that.
Never heard it ever.
Real quick, a couple more because we got to wrap this up. The Minnesota Vikings, on their hat, it's going to say, defend the North. But when I think of Vikings, think about that playoff run. Everyone was chanting Skol. Remember that was like their battle cry for the Vikings. S-K-O-L, Skol Vikes. They're going to have that on the inside of the hat. That should be on the outside of the hat.
Yeah, it's better than defend the North.
Green Bay, go Pack, go. That's what they say. Ask Kenny Clark. That's what they say. It's kind of their battle cry. And the Steelers, Steel City.
I kind of like that one.
So
I'm not gonna lie. If I had a hat that said Steel City, not too wordy.
I'm ready to get the Raider Nation one.
Raider, it actually looks pretty cool. That one's cool. One final one because we got to wrap this up. Jeff, there was some rankings of these NFL Draft Day hats. I didn't mention them. What team did I not mention do you think was number 1? That they said, you know what, that's the coolest hat. They should be number 1.
Cincinnati Bengals.
And what should theirs be?
I don't know, but I love their helmets more than anything.
Well, that was one. I forget what the slogan was, but everyone thought it should be Who Day because that's what they say, Who Day.
Okay, that's dumb. That's just stupid.
Well, it should be because it's very popular. One of my best friends is a Bengals fan, and that's all they say is Who Day.
Well, then your friend's a dummy.
Yeah, well,
He's Who Day.
his name's Bryce Onslinger. What's up,
Bryce Onslinger. I'm sorry, but you.
No, the team that was ranked number 1 by their hat design, the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, I can see. I love the Seahawks helmets too.
The 12th man.
I don't know about all that.
I don't know about that.
The 12th man.
I
They're
know, but-
famously known
Yeah.
for having the 12th
But I
man.
have
Let me burn that out.
Famously.
I have a lot of friends though that are like Seattle Seahawks fans, and they annoy me when they talk about how they're like elite over everybody. They're not elite.
They're not elite.
The last time they were good is when they had Steve Largent.
That was a long time
I
ago.
don't care about.
No, they went to the Super Bowl.
I
Come
don't
on.
care where they've been, who They were really good when they had Steve Largent. That's when I liked them.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this up. We're going to take a look at those NBA playoff matchups in the first round. And when we come back, it's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
How you guys doing? I'm Coach Ray again. We're here at the Booth Performance Center with with the one and only Pep Fernandez. So today's tip, I'm going to go over the shuttle run. So really, the shuttle run is a great drill to speed, power, and change of direction. So we're going to go over that today, and it's a drill that can benefit really, again, any type of field sport, whether you're a basketball player, football, volleyball, soccer. You know, if you got to change directions, you got to be quick. Shuttle run's for you. Okay, so Jacob's going to demonstrate the shuttle run here. We're going to start off with the stance. So he's going to have his feet about hip width. Now, this is really important because a lot of times you get guys who will try to shift their stance. You got to split the line evenly, and you want to make sure your toes are forward. You want to make sure your feet are right underneath your hips, all right? So he's going to have his feet forward and underneath their hips. All right, now, when I say set, he's going to drop down very quickly. Whatever hand is down is the direction that you have to go. So he's going to go to his left first, so he's got to have his left hand down. Now, his right hand is going to be right here, all right? It's going to be right in front of his body. His elbow's going to be flexed. Hand's going to be right under his chin, all right? So when I say he's going to drop down really fast, all right, he's gonna put his hand down, left hand down on top of the line, right hand underneath his chin. Ready, set. All right, relax. All right, so that's the stance there. We don't want to hold the stance any longer than about 3 seconds. All right, so we want to be in and out. All right, now let's talk about the first touch. Once he leaves, all right, his first movement, that timer is going to start. He's going to give me a nice lateral run coming out. So he's not going to turn his head and turn his body to run. He's going to lateral run coming out. And then we make our first touch, he's going to do what's called a wedge cut. It's a double foot cut, and he's going to touch right outside of his feet here. So he's going to touch the line with his left hands. He's going to do a wedge cut, a double foot cut. He's going to have a nice angle at the shins. He's going to touch right outside of the foot. So now I'm heading back in the direction I want to go. All right, that angle is really important. So we're going to nice wedge cut here, left hand touch. We'll wedge cut it here with the right, and then we'll sprint through for the finish. 5, 10, 5. Here we go. You ready, Jacob? So he's going to go on me. Set. Go. Get back. Finish right in the middle. Good, right there. Now, typically, you want to finish with your head down. All right, you want to maintain that forward lean. There you have it. Shuttle run.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you. Pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
she's getting her hair done.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Hey, shout out to the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Picked up their first ever Stanley Cup playoff win against the Kings last night by a score of 1-0. Did you see the pregame show, Jeff?
There was I flipped through channels last night. It was like people who were glowing or something, and there was weird. It looked like aliens up in the. What was that?
Well, what they did was before the game, because of course it's Las Vegas and they can't do anything normal, right? You gotta go over the top. What they did was they had a Golden Knight come out and he fought this guy from the LA Kings who's had a Kings flag and he was skating around and he had Kings colors on.
Okay.
So they had a little picture yourself at medieval times, you know, that where they do a little fight.
I love that show.
That's basically what happened before the hockey game on the ice. Only in Las Vegas.
Did they kill the Kings?
Yeah, of course. Well, they beat him 1-0.
No, did they kill the guy that was right?
Yeah, so what he did, he stuck his sword in the ice, and they used this light effect where it looked like the ice was cracking, and it sent this laser across the ice right to the LA King, and boom, done.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Check that out.
And they won the game.
Ah, damn Kings.
1-0. Kings lose their opener against Las Vegas. Ducks and Sharks tonight. Getting duck fever around here. Because I look for the window flags.
That's just what I was going to say.
As soon as I see the window flags popping up all around the IE, I know everyone's got Ducks fever. I haven't seen one yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
How come we never see those during the year? Remember Lakers? Lakers, man, it's been 5 years.
I don't see any Laker flags anymore. I used to see Laker flags all over the place. I do not see them anymore.
My Warriors one is going to come out here really quickly.
I've never seen a Warriors flag. I grew up in Northern California. Nobody even claimed to be a Warriors fan. Never. Everyone was Kings fans.
I'll have to put up my flag then tomorrow, and you can see it.
Okay, NBA playoffs. We're all set now. Last night was the final night of the regular season, so we're all set. Here's your first-round matchups. First, we'll start in the Western Conference. We got Houston against Minnesota. Houston's going to roll. Can we agree there?
Yes.
Okay. The number 2 seed, G-State. Big Jeezy's second team, Golden State, taking on San Antonio. Golden State's not completely healthy. Spurs don't have Kawhi Leonard. I don't know. It sounds like it kind of might balance each other out.
I will say this. The Warriors are a different team without Curry. You talk about the Durantula, Kevin Durant, as being the second best player in the world on the planet. I'm starting to disagree with that. I don't see him really elevating his team. They were 7-10 the last 17 games. So I don't know how much better they are with him than they are without Steph Curry. Steph Curry is really the glue that really holds them together. They average over 120 points a game with Steph Curry. Without him, just over 100.
Yeah, they're a better team, obviously, with Steph Curry in the lineup. But I'm just saying, Golden State maybe not completely healthy, and the Spurs missing Kawhi Leonard. I would love to see both teams at full strength. That'd be one heck of a series. But now that they're both beat up, I don't know, it kind of levels the playing field a little bit. I feel like San Antonio has a little better chance.
San Antonio has a shot to win a couple games here, which would, you don't want to be tired. You want to get these playoff series over. You want to get 4 and out. So if it ends up going 5, 6, 7, the Warriors are going to be tired. They've got guys who come back from injuries. Could be a problem.
Name 2 guys on Portland not named Damian Lillard or CJ McCollum.
I can't.
Yeah.
You just can't.
But they're the number 3 seed in the Western Conference. That's how weird and wacky the West was this year. Portland's the number 3 seed. They're going to take on New Orleans, the Pelicans. I think that'll be an interesting series. I think New Orleans actually pretty good even without DeMarcus Cousins in the lineup. They're still pretty good.
Yeah, they're one of those teams that could surprise somebody in the second round as well, either one of those teams.
All right, also in the final matchup in the Western Conference, it's going to be Utah taking on the Thunder. Oklahoma City and Utah. The Jazz have a history of doing pretty well in the first round. They beat the Clippers last year in the opening round of the NBA playoffs. Utah is sneaky good. And Oklahoma City, I think by all standards, have underachieved this year.
And did we even anticipate that Utah would be in the playoffs this year? You lose Gordon Hayward, who's arguably one of the best players in the NBA. You lose him to Boston. But subtraction or addition by subtraction, you lose him and you bring in a great player in Mitchell. They're pretty good. I think they're sneaky good. And I think Gobert matches. I think I should say the Thunder has a hard time matching up with the big fella.
Well,
in Utah.
even like last year when they played the Clippers had all the star power with Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul. I mean, they had the whole gang. The whole band was back together last year for the Clippers. So on paper, the Clippers had all the talent, but Utah still beat them in the first round. I think once again, it's kind of that same matchup. The Jazz out here on the West Coast of Southern California, relatively unknown. And then you've got the Thunder, who have Russell Westbrook, who just had back-to-back seasons of finishing with averaging a triple-double. You've got Paul George, and you got Carmelo Anthony. I mean, like, they've got star power, but Utah's probably the better team in the truest sense of the word, a team.
Yeah, they've got a good coach. I think Utah has a shot to beat the Thunder. Think about it this way, though. How good is Russell Westbrook if he had a better year this year when he had to share the ball more? He had to give the ball to Carmelo. He had to give the ball to Paul George, and yet he was still the main catalyst of that team. The other guys didn't do much, I didn't think. I've never been a Carmelo fan, though.
But really, Oklahoma City as the 4 seed in the West, they should have been challenging for the top 3 spots.
Yeah, they're
like with all that talent, at least on paper, they shouldn't have been the 4 seed. They should have at least passed Portland for number 3.
But they can't guard a soul. You have 2 liabilities on defense. Russell Westbrook, a great player, but not a great defender.
No.
He's one of those guys. Point guards shouldn't go out and try to get 15, 16 rebounds a game. They got to be that guy being the outlet, pushing the ball up the floor. He's the guy going in and stealing rebounds from Paul George and their bigs.
He's the only guy doing it. Carmelo doesn't play defense.
No, he's the worst defender I've ever seen. He couldn't guard me, and I'm old.
Even in the Eastern Conference, we've got some great matchups. And I would say this, even the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference is not safe. Toronto is your number 1 seed going into the playoffs. They're going to open up against Washington. I don't know what it is, Jeff. Something about the Raptors is not very sexy to me. Like, I just don't feel like Toronto's going to make a deep run. I feel like one of these other teams, maybe even Philadelphia, is going to emerge as the team in the East. Although all those teams underwhelm me. I think it's going to be LeBron and the Cavaliers, even though they're the 4 seed. I still think they're the best in the East.
Well, the Raptors have very good guards. They run the floor well, but they're not made up to be a playoff contender. 2 years in a row, they've been the number 1 seed. They've got a great coach, but they're still going to struggle because they're very, very guard-centered.
Raptors and Wizards in the first round. Celtics and Bucks. I kind of like Milwaukee in this series because, again, like a lot of these other teams who, the Spurs missing Kawhi, Golden State's beat up. Celtics are really beat up.
2 best players are out.
I would not be surprised to see Milwaukee as the 7 seed advance past Boston. Although if Boston had everybody back, I would say they win the East.
I agree. I think if Boston did have Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, there's no doubt that they come out of the East and play for the NBA championship. But I'm not sold on the Bucks either. I think the Greek Freak is a great player, and he's going to do great things. But I still think they're a young team, a young playoff team, and I don't see them. I think that's an ugly series right there.
We've also got Philly taking on Miami, and the 76ers have won 16 straight games. They're led by Ben Simmons, who is the godson of the new UC Riverside basketball coach, David Patrick, who's going to join us in studio tomorrow. I think Philadelphia gets past the Heat. I think Philadelphia is going to make it to the conference finals. I got a feeling about this.
Well, I agree with you. I don't know if they make it to the conference finals. I do believe they beat Miami in this series. I think I think Dwayne Wade will retire. This is the last we see of him on the court. And I do see the 76ers being a force if all these guys stay healthy. Joel Embiid's had a hard time staying healthy. Ben Simmons has had a hard time staying healthy. But they should be a force in the East for years to come.
And finally, LeBron James and the Cavaliers will play the Pacers. Indiana won the series against Cleveland, 3 out of the 4. I think Cleveland still smashes Indiana and they move on.
I think they win, but I think it's a 6-game series. I don't think it's going to be...
You think it's going to be a battle, huh?
I think it'll be a little bit of a battle. I think that LeBron James is a great player. I think he's my MVP of the year. But I'll tell you what, with all of the problems and strife that's going on behind the scenes with Cleveland, I think they're going to have a hard time with Indiana.
And our guy, Ike Anigbogu, at a Centennial High School in Corona, played in 11 games for the Pacers. I don't know if we'll see him in the playoffs, but it would be pretty cool to see Anigbogu make his playoff debut for Indiana. When we come back, remember when LeVar Ball said the Lakers were going to be in the playoffs this year?
I do remember that.
If you don't, we're going to play it. We're going to go find that interview and we're going to replay that because LeVar Ball guaranteed the Lakers would be in the playoffs this season. Didn't happen. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
what you got to do.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We're proudly brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change, Kin Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass, and Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. That's Catalano Motors. Jeff, that light might blink.
It might.
I'm serious. I'm dead serious
watching.
today. I would not joke about something this serious.
I'm not watching.
It might be your brother.
No,
it's not going to be your brother. Your brother's kind of a butthead.
Yeah,
to
he
be
is.
honest.
Oh, yeah, we can call him out on it. Everybody
Yeah.
knows him, and they know he's a butthead.
No, we've got intern Colin out and about covering some high school baseball. If he has the time, because he's big time, if he has the time, he's going to call and give us a live update.
Good.
So do me a favor.
I'm not watching. I can't see you've
Just
already
do me
told
one favor. Just on the whole show, just one thing. Just keep it. Oh, there it is. I'm not
Okay,
even
there we
joking
go.
anymore.
There we go.
Let's go live to the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. He's like our son. It's the great Cullen Holt. Cullen, what's the score out at San Gorgonio?
Man, every time you say celebrity hotline, it makes me humbled. You know, I really appreciate it.
It's you,
guys.
man. You are big time.
You
know
are
it.
our little puppet.
Hey, I'll tell you what, San Gorgonio, first place in the SAL, going for 4 straight league championships, and Harupa Hills having some other thoughts. They're up 4-1 through 2.5.
Holy smokes. Hey, do they still have all those championship banners out there on the fence at San G?
Oh, they do. 2005, 2007, 09, 2010, 15, 16, and 17. They're displaying that proudly here.
Yeah, they're very proud of those titles. Coach E at San Gorgonio, one of my favorites. Good guy. And they've had some really good players go through that program. In fact, I just saw Haz Quijada get the start for UC Riverside the other night. He's a San Gorgonio guy.
That's right.
Are you having fun out there, Cullen?
Oh, yeah. I love the fact that it's all Spartan battle. Harupa Hills, mascot is Spartans. San Gorgonio, obviously, the Spartans as well.
All right, Cullen, so I'm going to give you a quiz on the air because you're a broadcasting guy. What do you do in this situation if you're doing the highlights live on the 6 o'clock news that night and you've got 2 Spartans playing? What are you going to do?
I just refer to them by the school names or school nicknames, such as San G or J Hills or Super Duper Harupa.
No!
He gets he gets an A.
No, you don't go Super Duper Harupa.
Oh, that's only Harupa Valley.
Yeah,
Super Duper Harupa Valley.
Thank you. Don't you besmirch the name
But
of
J Hills.
Harupa. J Hills.
J Hills. You can go by J Hills.
Don't be doing that.
Cullen, you get an A+. We appreciate it. And hustle back. We got CBU Water Polo in studio coming up at 5 o'clock.
Oh, get back.
Because he's a Lancer himself, so it's one of his people.
Yeah, maybe we can get him a date.
I will do.
He's like, okay, I'm out here.
Gotta go.
Thanks, Cullen. See, that was live from San G.
San Gorgonio.
All right, remember back when LeVar Ball said the Lakers were going to make the playoffs this year? Because remember they drafted Lonzo Ball, and that was like a done deal.
Oh, yeah.
Lonzo was going to be the Rookie of the Year. The Lakers are going to be back in the playoffs. Like he was going to resurrect the franchise simply by drafting Lonzo Ball.
He was a soothsayer,
yeah,
as they'd say.
Let's go back. Let's rewind just for a moment. Here's what the great LeVar Ball had to say moments after the Lakers drafted Lonzo Ball, because by simply drafting Zoe, it was game over.
Yes.
How good is Lonzo Ball going to be for the LA Lakers?
Hey, I'm going to tell you what. Lonzo Ball is going to take the Lakers to the playoffs his first year. Come see me when he does. I have another hat on to say I told you so.
Oh, he told us all, didn't he?
I have 3 things. I have 30 seconds of tirade. Ready?
You do?
Yes, here we go.
Okay,
Ready?
hold on. Here we go again. So that's what you would say to LeVar Ball?
You're darn right I would.
Say, LeVar Ball, you big dummy.
You big dummy. He said they were going to make the playoffs. He said he was going to be Rookie of the Year.
Yes, that's all true.
That is not. That is just makes me ridiculous.
He just says outlandish things, and then we got fodder to talk about here on Sports Talk Radio. But yeah, come on. Just because you added Lonzo Ball, you're going to say the Lakers are back and they're going to make the playoffs. Now, did they take considerable strides this year? Did they overachieve? I think they did. I think they were better than what people were expecting.
Yeah.
But come on, a playoff team?
A playoff team. And then he said his other two boys, the other two balls, were going to be Lakers as well. Didn't he say that?
Yeah, the middle ball's coming.
Yeah,
from Lithuania.
There's no
Jeff,
way. Wait, hold on.
Hold on, Jeff's just working technology.
To the dummy with the black mustache. What kind of life is it being the wife of an old man? What kind of life you think it is being the father of a young dummy?
There you go, right there.
The father of a young
dummy.
No, so here's what he said. He said all three of the Ball brothers were going to play on the same NBA team.
There is no way that's ever going to happen.
We've hit a crossroads. Like, we're walking down this path, and we're hot, and we're sweaty. It's been this long journey. We're at a fork in the road because the middle ball, LiAngelo Ball, he did. He entered the NBA draft, and now the Lakers have a decision. Are they going to? Well, they're not going to draft him, but that's the ultimatum by Papa Ball is that you've got to take LiAngelo Ball because he's going to have all of his sons on the same team. If not the Lakers, somewhere.
Paul Pierce said that he might get drafted, and you know what I'd say to that to Paul Pierce?
He's crazy.
And for every dummy, there's a dummy.
That's it. For every dummy, there is a dummy, and I believe.
Why would Paul Pierce say that? Is he trying to get a shoe deal, or what's his deal?
He's just a dummy.
I just don't get it because there's never been a player coming out of the draft I can think of recently. Maybe the last one was LeBron, where you're like, you know what, that guy's going to come in and change that franchise from day one.
Yeah, there really hasn't been.
You know what I mean? There hasn't. Who was the number one pick? Remember, was it Anthony Bennett? We were talking about the guy who just disappeared.
Man,
was it Anthony Bennett for the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Anthony Bennett came out of UNLV. They talked about him being the big super power forward that he is. That was 4 years ago. Do you know where Anthony Bennett is now?
Greece? I have no idea.
Not playing
France?
in the NBA. But I will say this, last year's number one pick, Markelle Fultz, with a broken shot and a broken shoulder, had a triple-double last night.
He did.
So, you know, I'm happy because it was a sad story. I don't know if you followed that. Markelle Fultz couldn't shoot a jump shot. Came out, something was going on, so they sat him out. They worked with him, and now he's kind of making a comeback. He might help the 76ers in the playoffs.
Which is kind of scary because Philadelphia is already really good with the addition of Markelle Fultz for the playoffs.
Yeah.
If they can get Joel Embiid healthy, they're going to be dangerous.
They're going to be dangerous. The weird thing about the 76ers is they're a young team, right? Young guys, first time tested in the playoffs. Everybody talks about experience being in the playoffs. Experience. But sometimes youth, those guys don't understand. They're just going to play their hearts out, and they could upset somebody. I think that they're going to be the best team in the East because LeBron's going to come out West. Who's going to challenge those guys next year? Maybe Boston?
If Boston's healthy, I think Boston is still the best team in the East.
Yes.
If they're healthy. But this year, just taking this year's playoffs, I would not be surprised to see Philly in the finals. I think it could happen. Let's see. Mike Lindskog, the voice of summer.
Yes.
The Vince Scully of the IE.
Yes.
His sweet voice soothes all the baseball fans from April till I think it's like Memorial Day, right? No, Labor Day.
I don't know.
What's that first? I think it's that first Monday in September.
I am new to all this minor league baseball stuff.
Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta get all up in that Cal League. There's lots of good baseball.
I'm gonna start following it like crazy.
Yes, Mike Lindskog. We are promoting the Quakes home opener tonight as they are taking on the Inland Empire 66ers.
Is he
out
listening?
There at Lomar Field. He's listening right now.
Why is he not calling in and talking about the home opener?
I don't know.
Come on.
Does he want to call in? Yes, he does. He wants to call.
Hey,
actually, we got to take a break in a second, Greg. So how about tell him to call in about like 10 minutes?
Wait, hold on. Let's just hear from about LeVar Ball one more time.
The business will all be his alone. It'll be Dummy Incorporated. You are a big dummy. Who you calling a dummy, you big dummy? Where I come from, them is fighting words. This dummy here wanted to pawn it. And the reason why I'm here between you two dummies trying to sell it to this dummy.
Hey, speaking of Rookie of the Year, Jeff, tomorrow we're going to talk about this again because UCR head basketball coach David Patrick will join us live in studio. His godson is Ben Simmons of the 76ers. He should be the Rookie of the Year, right?
No.
No, he should be.
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I'm going to argue it because he was not a rookie. He got collected paychecks last year. He should not be. Donovan Mitchell should be, and I might have to address it with our guy.
Because you know which way Coach Patrick's going to fall. He's going Ben Simmons all day long.
But he has not faced Pep and the Big Jeezy yet. We have a big.
Are we intimidating when you come inside our little studio
You're darn right. He has no idea what's coming to him.
No idea.
No clue. We're going to have a little fun. We're going to have a little fun with old Coach.
So if Ben Simmons does not get the Rookie of the Year, you say it's Donovan Mitchell from the Utah Jazz.
Yes.
Right? It's no-brainer. Don't even say Lonzo Ball.
No.
That's not even a chance.
You take out Donovan Mitchell, you take out Ben Simmons. I'll tell you what, I'd take that Philadelphia team.
Oh, does Linskog want to go now? Does Linskog think he runs the place?
He's the voice.
All right.
His voice actually is carried all the way across Fontana, and it's over here.
Let's punch him up. It's on the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. I've got his picture already. It's the voice of the Quakes, the voice of summer, the Vince Scully of the IE, the great Mike Linskog. Mike, how are you today?
Fellas, real good, but we clearly have to cover a couple of things here. A, I do not think I run the joint.
We are all at your beck and call, Mike.
It's your world, buddy.
No. Second, you guys are always good enough to call my cell phone, so I didn't have your number pre-programmed into my phone, which is why I'm calling and texting, being like, hey, we hang out for a couple of minutes over the phone. So, yes, thanks for getting back to me.
But it is the big home opener tonight out there at Lone Mart Field, Rancho Cucamonga taking on Inland Empire. Mark, are you excited just to come back home and break open the home digs once again and get the home schedule started for the Quakes?
Well, heck yeah. You saw our road record, 2-5, so of course I'm happy to be home. That was no good there.
So, fireworks tonight? I mean, the whole deal, right? It's going to be a big night.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So Friday and Saturday are pushing closer to a sellout, but tonight we actually still have seats available, and obviously fireworks, a big part of opening night, the celebration. I'm going to be down there on the field doing my thing, introducing the starters and all the reserves and what have you, tuxedo time, and it's going to be awesome, man. Opening day here at Lone Mart Field is something to see. And, gosh, man, we're excited. It's been a long 6 months of off-season preparation. We got, those 7 days and being out on the road to kind of get our feet wet. But we're here. We're ready to go. We're fired up. Tickets available. It's going to be a good night.
You read my mind because I was going to ask you about the tuxedo. I mean, because you guys go big on opening night. It's like rolling out the red carpet and all the stars come out, including Mike Linskog in the tuxedo. Is that something, for opening day or maybe a playoff game, you put on the black and white tuxedo?
Yeah, well, I got this Dodger blue vest. I got my Dodger blue cummerbund. Sometimes I fluctuate between red and blue tie, and I'm going with a little red tie action just to, it's a little accent, Dodger accent color. But, it's an opening day tradition here for me, for us, and the only other time you'll see the tuxedo this year is if, a big if, pause, dramatic pause, we make the California League Championship Series. We'll run back the same kind of festivities. So we've gotten to do that a couple of times here at Lone Mart Field under our tenure. So it's obviously something we're pretty excited about.
Well, Mike, you and I are quite alike. I like to wear a tuxedo, but mine's body paint. So I like to get all painted up before I go out in the nude. And I'll tell you what, I like to wear a blue cummerbund, but it's usually body paint.
Yeah, that's creepy. Yeah. But we can keep it going.
Yeah, don't invite.
I obviously don't know you that well, but I feel like I just learned more about you than I probably needed to.
Oh, hey,
thank you for that.
I am built like Thor, but I feel like
probably Wimpy from Popeye.
Yeah, or more like Bob's Big Boy. Built like Bob's Big Boy.
The visual I have in my mind is half Thor, half give me a cheeseburger now and I'll pay you next Tuesday.
That's pretty much right. That's
Bob's
pretty much
Big Boy. That's even creepier than 3 minutes ago.
I can't wait to meet you in person, buddy.
Mike, we need some wins. Tell me we're going to win tonight.
We do. We've got a first-rounder going to the mountain. This team is actually blessed with 3 first-rounders, 2 of which have come from Vanderbilt, which is kind of the hot stomping ground for Dodger draft picks and scouts. Walker Buehler was a Vanderbilt kid. We've got another Vanderbilt kid on the mound tonight, Jordan Sheffield, and then his college teammate is in center field tonight, Jaron Kendall. So there are a lot of these Vanderbilt kids running around here and have been running around here the last 2 years. Jordan Sheffield, he throws really hard. He's about 95, 96. and is obviously very talented for him to have been taken in the first round. He pitched very well in a no decision, only gave up 1 run in 5 innings in his first start in Visalia here a couple of days ago. So we're anxious to have him on the hill here for our home debut tonight.
Hey, Mike, random question. I was just thinking about this. So Justin Turner is going to have to rehab at some point for the Dodgers.
That's right.
Do you think we'll see him at Rancho Cucamonga?
Well, I mean, we're obviously I can't give you any kind of an official comment about that, nor do I even have the information to comment on. But here's the deal: we're obviously very lucky to have the Dodgers as a partner. We've been very fortunate to carve a nice little niche and a terrific relationship with the Dodgers, to where they feel like they can send us the premier stars like a Clayton Kershaw, and Adrian Gonzales last year, Andre Ethier, Matt Kemp over the years, Yasiel Puig. It doesn't matter. They've all come to Rancho over the last number of years, and including Justin Turner, in fact, was here last year for just 1 game. So obviously we'll keep as they say, we'll keep the light on for him. We'll keep a locker warm for him, and if and when he's ready to go, I have seen the comments by Doc Roberts that suggest that he will go out on a rehab assignment. That doesn't obviously necessarily mean it's here to Rancho Cucamonga. It certainly could be to Oklahoma City. It's all about scheduling. If we're up north, it may be inconvenient. If we're in a venue that is a long distance to travel from, it may be inconvenient. He may fly to Oklahoma City. It may be just that way. But obviously, we're hopeful that he'll choose Rancho, or that they'll choose Rancho, and if indeed that time comes, we'll be ready. And I know our fans will, because it's such a huge treat for them.
Well, I really hope you guys are home whenever he comes back in rehabs. I know Justin Turner is not going to Visalia. He's not going to go to. He's not going to go to. Hey, you were just in Visalia. How did you kill the time up there?
Thinking about Justin Turner not coming to Visalia. That's how I killed the time. It's actually not that bad. The ballpark, despite some of its shortcomings, is kind of nostalgic. The downtown Mexican food scene is awesome down there. They've got a number of good restaurants down there. And so it's not as bad as it's cracked up to be. There were worse venues and worse stops in the California League in its history, that's for sure.
My hangout in Visalia was the A&W. Little A&W.
Root beer place?
Yep, that was it. Yeah.
I have a story about that.
Well, it's the
That's
Quakes.
Fine quality root beer there, Cap. Fine quality root beer.
Quakes home opener tonight against the 66ers. We want to see it all out there at Lone Mart Field. If you can't make it, we will be live right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Mike Lindskog will have the call beginning with the pregame. 6:45, Mike?
6:50 with your pregame, 7:05 first pitch. Well, that's what we say, 7:05. But here on opening night, there's all kinds of pageantry and opening ceremonies and what have you. So we'll be a little on the tardy side here tonight. But normally it's a 7:05 game time. And, of course, like I said at the top here, Sprouts Farmers Markets presents Fireworks Night. Thirsty Thursday, too, for the other demographic thinking about coming to the ballpark.
I'm there.
$2 Pepsi, $3 domestics. I think that's where you fellas fit into.
That's where I definitely fit in.
Yeah, Mike, just look for the big guy with the painted-on clothes.
Yeah.
That's Jeff.
6'8".
No, I will not look for that guy.
Hey, I stand out. I'm 6'8", 285, and lean, mean drinking machine, my friend.
You sound like John Candy in Stripes. Is that right?
There you go.
Mike, you're the best, brother. Have a great call tonight.
Thank you, fellas. Appreciate it. We'll see you out here real soon.
All right, that's Mike Lindskog, the voice of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we'll do a little NFL chatter because the preseason schedules are out.
It is?
We can tell you who's going to be playing where, plus breaking news involving one of our Inland Empire guys in the NFL, and it's not too good. But we'll pass it along anyways. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Mike Lindskog is listening to the show right now, the voice of Rancho Cucamonga. And I just want to let him know that Jeff's putting on his first coat of paint.
I'm telling you,
he's going to let that one dry, and then he goes back over it with a second coat. Because sometimes you miss some spots. There's some nooks and crannies that you got to get in.
Just a couple, but I use a roller. I don't use a paintbrush. Yeah, I go straight roller.
Because you used to spray. Didn't you used to spray?
Yeah, I used to spray them, but now I just go roller. It's much easier. It covers everything faster. But I always do like to have a nice blue cummerbund around my waist with some nice blue paint.
Do you go back with like a real fine brush and you like draw little buttons,
Oh, sure.
or ripples on the cummerbund?
Oh, sure.
I think Mike Lindskog's more of a vest guy. You might have to, if he lets you, you could paint him because he doesn't have experience in this. So you're experienced. You can paint him. You just have to take off all his clothes in front of you and you paint him.
I've been in the locker room a few times. I've seen some naked dudes. I have no problem. I have no problem at all. No fear to be naked. I wouldn't be naked in front of, ladies, but
But Mike Lindskog, for sure.
I can be naked. We go work out or whatever, and we have to shower. I'll pass him the soap and say, "Hey, how you doing, buddy?" And then I'll paint him.
I'll paint you.
I'll paint you right away.
Paint you?
Oh yeah.
Quakes home opener tonight out there at Lone Mart Field. Let's pack the place. If you can't get out there, of course you can listen to it live on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM pregame at 6:50 with Mike Lindskog on the call. We had breaking news that went down today because Vontaze Burfict, the linebacker out of Centennial High School in Corona.
Isn't he kind of crazy?
He's a little off the rails.
A lot of bad hits.
He's friends with a friend of ours, Dominic Lee Jones.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy's
Dominic Verrett, yeah.
He is he's like Hugh Hefner on the
Dommy Lee?
Yeah, he's like Hugh Hefner.
Yeah,
on
Dominic
the
Lee
gram.
Jones is all over the place.
Yeah, he's very cool.
But yeah, Vontaze Burfict suspended 4 games for using PEDs.
Ooh.
So it came out a couple weeks ago that it happened, and now the NFL finally handed down the punishment for it. So it's gonna be 4 games.
Now
just came down today.
Can't use those things. You got to be natural. Eat your grape nuts, your protein shakes, and just play some football.
Paint your body. Go all natural.
You're darn right. Why do guys do that? Why do they do the PED still?
A lot of these guys, they'll use something, whether it's a cream or some sort of an injection, because they get hurt and it helps their body recover. And sometimes they'll come out and say, well, I didn't know that substance was in this cream or whatever that was helping with the inflammation or whatnot to get their body right. Because bouncing back from an injury can be tough, and it helps them accelerate that process. So I don't know the exact conditions with Vontaze Burfict, what he did or didn't do, but he is suspended 4 games.
Now, there's that boxer. There's the Triple G and Canelo.
Yes.
Okay, Canelo. He's from Mexico, right?
Yes.
Did you hear his excuse for why he's failed these drug tests?
Let's hear it.
He says that the meat in Mexico is giving him extra hormones.
Like botulism.
Yes. Well, it says it's giving him extra hormones, and that's why. But the levels are so high.
In La Ciudad, that's true, yeah.
So, yeah, they said there's no way possible.
Muy verdad.
But that was his excuse. And that's why the fight was called, because he was eating too much
meat in Mexico.
Too much meat in Mexico is giving him PEDs. That's what happened to me. Look at this body.
Much meat in Mexico.
Too much meat in Mexico. It gave me too many PEDs.
Too many donuts in America.
You're darn right. I had a donut earlier.
So the NFL released their preseason games. So if you want to go check out the Rams or the Chargers, here's their game. So the Rams are going to open up the preseason on the road at Baltimore on August 9th. And they're going to have 2 home games sandwiched in between those 2 road games in the preseason. So their home games are going to be against the Raiders. Did you hear that, Greg? Hashtag the Hive, hashtag Hub City. The Raiders and the Texans will be the home games for the Rams, and they'll round out the preseason schedule with a road game at New Orleans on August 31st. That's the Rams. For the Charger fans out there, they will open up on the road at Arizona. Then they got 2 home games against the Seahawks and the Saints, and then they will finish up on the road at the 49ers. So they always say that 3rd preseason game is the one that matters the most because that's where you play the most starters. So if you want to get a snapshot of how good your NFL team might be in the regular season, look at that 3rd game. Because the 4th game, they sit all the starters. They're not going to let anyone get hurt. But that 3rd game might be the closest thing we see to the real thing in the regular season. So if you're a Rams fan, you're playing Houston. If you're a Chargers fan, you're playing the Saints. That'll give you a good idea of what your team might look like.
Now, what is your thoughts on preseason? Do you think they should eliminate it altogether? Are you one of those guys, or do you think they should shut it down maybe 2 games and maybe add a game? Okay.
Yes. So I would like to go 2 games in the preseason.
Okay.
And then add a game to the regular season and maybe an extra round to the playoffs.
So if you added an extra round, but you obviously, how many teams would that add?
So right now in the playoffs, you get 6 teams per conference, but the top 2 get byes.
Yes.
So you got like 4 games in the first week for each conference for the first week of the playoffs, and then the top 2 teams who had byes, then they get reintroduced to the playoffs. So I would say
8.
Yeah, go 8. Go 8 to 4 to 2, and then the winner of that one, they would meet in the Super Bowl.
That makes sense.
So it's basically 1 extra round of playoffs. Like it's not like you're adding like a whole bunch of games, but you could add 1 more to the regular season. I don't know.
Yeah, you'd have to go through the Players Association. That would take.
Oh, it's going to be a mess because these guys are already taking a beating. Why put themselves through extra games? It's like I know what they're going to say. Do we get paid more money?
Yeah, that's always been the thing. But, a lot of guys we've seen the last, 2-3 years, guys have been hurt in the preseason, haven't even been able to play in the regular season because the preseason is so long.
Yeah.
And coaches are playing these rookies far too long. Guys get hurt. We never get to see them. They end up playing their 2nd and 3rd year. We don't get a good sample size of them because they've been hurt the whole preseason. So I'm one of those guys. I'm with you. I think you add a game to it. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but something needs to be changed.
I mean, even for my own selfish reasons, I love football.
Of course.
I want to see more games, but I want to see meaningful games.
Yes.
I don't care about the guy who's going to be like the 53rd man on the roster trying to earn a job. I know they're very important, and they're it serves a purpose because the coaches get to see these guys who are right on the cusp, on the bubble of making the team. But if I'm going to watch a game, I want to see like the ones versus the ones. I want to see the starters out there. Like I want to see real football. Like the Hall of Fame game. Like the first game of the year is like the worst because I'm like, I don't know any of these guys. The starters might get in, and if they do, it's like 1 series.
Yeah, and the funny thing is the rules have changed so much in football, and they're trying to change, the hitting and so forth. They're trying to, lower the injury bug, I guess you could say, so the guys don't get hurt. Maybe you do add a game once they figure out these rules where guys aren't going to get as injured as much.
Yeah, I'm sure the NFL doesn't want to add games, but again, just for my own selfish reasons as a fan, I would love to see them out there an extra Sunday or 2 in the regular season or playoffs, like meaningful games. Cut out a couple preseason games and do that. That's my own selfish reasons. A couple other games to maybe pay attention to here in the preseason. The Browns are going to play the Giants. And they're saying that this could be a matchup of the top quarterbacks in the draft. It could be like a Sam Darnold versus Josh Rosen or Sam Darnold against Baker Mayfield. Like it could be a matchup of these top quarterbacks going head-to-head in the preseason because they're going to play in the preseason. So that could be an interesting matchup to watch as the Browns will take on the Giants that very first week in the preseason. And then also the Vikings are taking on the Broncos. So it's going to be Case Keenum against Kirk Cousins, maybe at least for a series or 2. But we're going to see Cousins versus Keenum.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, Keenum's going to go up against his former team.
That's kind of cool.
Now the quarterback for the Denver Broncos. That's another interesting one to watch here in the preseason. All right, when we come back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Joe Kelly, the pride of Corona High School, the pride of UC Riverside. He was in the middle of that brawl between the Yankees and the Red Sox last night. He came out and discussed the brawl, and he gave the reason why it happened.
Was it meaty, juicy?
It's pretty funny.
Oh, so
but Joe Kelly's a funny guy. So I'd have to see it in context because I feel like when you hear this, I'm not going to say it yet, but I feel like when you hear this, there may be some sarcasm to it. Like I don't think he's actually being completely 100% on the real.
Could be a little bit of smack talk, a little double entendre.
Yeah, I think he's going to be messing with some people on this comment. And then also, I just dug into this, and Greg's going to appreciate this. Daniel Sorensen, former Colton High School football star.
Colton?
Yeah, had a touching tribute.
We got you.
Got you, Colton. Touching tribute to his dad. On being serious for a moment, I guess his dad's not doing too well health-wise, and they interviewed him a TV station out in Salt Lake City. So I'm going to see if I can dig that up, and we'll play that too because he's a Colton guy, and he's a big-time safety on the Kansas City Chiefs. So.
I love it.
All right, we'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
Because you wouldn't pass the initiation.
What initiation?
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart, is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
to look like I am ready? I am always ready. I have been ready since first call. I am ready. Roll.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 a.m. every single day of your life from 3 to 6 p.m. as long as it's Monday through Friday. Jeff and I, we don't work weekends.
I always work. What are you talking about, Pep? I come in here for...
You're here on the weekends?
I'm here from 3 to 6 on Saturday
You just
and
wait
Sunday.
all weekend, and then on Mondays you're already here?
No, I thought we've been doing this show 7 days a week. I've been showing up at 3 o'clock.
Oh, you have?
I've been showing up at 3 o'clock every Saturday and Sunday and doing a show. Greg's not here. You're not here.
You're just sitting there talking to yourself?
Talking into this
all
mic.
weekend long?
Wow, I thought I was working.
Are you ready for that second coat of paint?
I am always ready. Anytime
Let's
you can
get you all
body
painted
paint
up. Let's get you out there. We'll roll you out to the Quakes home opener tonight against the 66ers, 6:50 pregame right here on Fox Sports IE.
I am ready for some body paint. I would like to go.
Who would notice? Would anyone notice?
No way. Look at that guy. Is he wearing a muscle suit?
Because it's Sports Illustrated, right? That does the swimsuit and they do the body paint.
Yes.
But like you can't even tell. It looks like real swimsuits. I got a feeling that if we painted you up, you might not blend in like some of the supermodels out there.
No, they'd go, why is that guy wearing a parka? Why is he wearing a fur coat? Why is it blue? Oh yeah, you got to shave me down though, Pep.
Hairless Bigfoot.
Hey,
man.
have you heard of this ever? I mean, I've been around the coaching circuit a long time in my life, and I've had a lot of friends that were swimmers. They have shaving parties.
Parties?
Shaving parties. Like right before season hits,
they shave.
They shave each other. That's just weird.
Oh, wait, I hope you're not
things.
implying that we should have a shaving party.
I was just going to say it. You and I should have a shaving party because if I'm going to go...
Greg's in the mix, too.
If I'm going to go body paint...
He needs to be shaved.
Dude, I'm going to have to be shaved. But you know what? You got to use a straight edge. I don't want to shave for like 6 months.
Okay, I get top, you get bottom.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, shaving party.
Me, you, Greg, Linskog, who else?
No.
Shaving party.
Cullen. We'll get Cullen. He can shave us.
Hold on. Who's the hairiest guy we know?
Me.
Who needs to be like a Ken Batdorf or someone like? Who's the hairiest guy you know?
Yeah, he's really Batdorf.
The hairiest local coach, friend of the program, who's just a real hairy guy.
Oh, it's got to be Batdorf. It
right?
has
He's
to
a real
be.
hairy guy.
Yeah, he just looks like he's just hair. Hey, what's that guy walking around? Is that a shirt? No, that's just hair. Yeah, hair. Yeah,
wait, you know what? For whatever reason, I do have a picture of Ken Batdorf topless.
What? Oh, you do?
I do. I don't think he's that hairy, actually, now I think about it.
He's not, but he does have that aura of hairiness.
He's got that hairy
Does he
aura.
have that hairy
He's
aura?
got a hairy aura about him.
Oh, man. Yeah, those guys. Yeah, I never wanted to play basketball. When I was playing all the time I stopped playing men's league because guys would go shirtless. I'm not guarding that guy that's all hairy and sweaty.
No,
because then
gnarly.
you're sliding off him, and then you go home and you smell
what was
like
that movie,
him.
Along Came Polly?
Yes, with Ben Stiller. Is that what
it was all slimy.
Yeah, but that's real stuff. That's real basketball, and I don't want to do that anymore. I'd rather just sit at home.
Cover up.
Yeah,
long sleeves if you have to.
Yeah,
right?
Sweatpants and a sweatshirt. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. But yeah, shaving parties are a big deal in swimmers and water polo players.
I had no idea.
I should have been swimming. I could have had ladies. I don't know, though. I never had any hair on me in high school anyways. No, shave their eyebrows? Who shaves their eyebrows? They don't shave their eyebrows. Get out of here. Shaving their eyebrows.
Hey, you might shave off a second if you lose the eyebrows.
Hey, yeah.
That's what Jeff would look like with no eyebrows.
Michael Phelps, where's your eyebrows? I don't know.
I don't know, but I just took a second off my time.
I'm a world record holder
I just
because
broke
of
my
those
own
brows.
Just won the gold.
So
Going
funny.
for the gold.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking of shaving parties.
Well, maybe we'll have our first annual Inland Sports Show shaving party live on the air.
Come on over, swimmers.
Come on
Hey,
over.
don't we have water polo coming in today?
Yeah, they don't want to be a part of it.
I'm going to ask them about shaving
They might
parties.
be in their car right now, turning right around and heading right back to Cal
They know
Baptist.
exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to mention it, and I guarantee they're going to giggle, and they're going to say, yes,
Can
it's
that be
true.
the first question out of the gate?
Yeah, do you guys have shaving parties?
But
it's California Baptist University. If it was like a Cal State, where they're all rebels, or Humboldt, they definitely have shaving parties.
No, they don't shave. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, that's
they don't shave up there.
That's why they're last.
That's why they're last in swimming.
They got slow time.
We had to get rid of our swimming program because nobody would shave.
I'm sorry. I'm asking, though. It's coming.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Remember that baseball brawl we were talking about?
Yes.
Yankees, Red Sox.
Which one? There was two.
The Yankees, I know. Yesterday it was like everyone was fighting. Everyone's throwing down the gloves. No, the Yankees and Red Sox, that happened last night. So the first incident that kind of sparked everything was Tyler Wade, who is an infielder for the Yankees, the pride of Murrieta Valley High School. There was a play at second base. He was involved in it. That kind of instigated the second time around where our guy, Joe Kelly, hit Tyler Austin of the Yankees with a pitch.
Whoa.
And that's why he charged the mound. That's why the big bench is clearing brawl. But Joe Kelly, the pride of Corona High School, the pride of UCR, came out and talked about the brawl today.
He did.
Now, Joe Kelly's a funny guy, right?
Oh, he's the guy that wears the funny shorts.
He's got a personality.
I love that guy.
He was, remember the funny undercover reporter?
That's right.
At Boston Red Sox spring training?
He's the funniest.
He's the funny guy. He likes to mess with people.
He was involved.
He's the guy who plunked the guy from the Yankees. And if you look at the video, it looks like he's saying basically, come at me, bro. Right? Like a manatee wearing a novelty T-shirt. Come at me, bro.
God, I didn't know that was him.
No, but he was instigating him like, come on, like, let's do this.
He's my favorite he's my new favorite player.
I love Joe Kelly.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't know that was him.
Pride of Corona High, pride of UC Riverside. So when I read this statement from him, because he talked about what happened last night.
Okay.
I couldn't find any video of him saying this, but there is a statement. You're going to be like, okay, is he messing with us or is he being legit? Because, again, he's a funny guy, right?
Yes.
So here's what Joe Kelly said today. Quote, it was a pitch that got away on a cold night. I walk a batter per inning. It's not like I have Greg Maddox command.
Oh, you know what he was doing.
But you know what he did? Right before he hit Tyler Austin of the Yankees?
Yes.
He threw a pitch like right at him that just missed. So he's like, oh, I just missed. This time I'm not gonna. I'm gonna put one right in your back.
Well, what he did is he did it on purpose, for one.
Yeah.
But he was smart. Joe Kelly's a smart guy.
He's a real smart guy.
This is why he came out what he said. He won't get fined. He might not get as fined as much because you can't prove that he actually.
He got ejected from the game, but yeah, he wants to keep his money, right? He doesn't want to get fined.
Why can't we get him on? We got to get him on.
Let's do this.
I would love to get him on as his alternate persona.
Oh, his what was it? The affiliate. Remember, he was with a made-up TV station.
We need to see if we can just. I don't care if we don't.
Punta Gorda, wasn't it like that?
Yeah, we don't need
WJN.
It was some weird thing,
and he was all white with a like not even like Jeff White.
He was albino,
like mime white. He was like a mime.
He was like an albino king snake. He was. I mean, super white. But the thing is, I would love to get him on instead of Joe Kelly.
The reporter.
Just a reporter.
I'll have to look him up. I can't remember his name. But we played some of it on the air. Remember that?
Oh, it was classic. I'd love to just get him on as that character.
So when I read this quote, I can just picture Joe Kelly standing in the locker room. They're like, hey, did you mean to hit him? No, it was a cold night. It just got away. I mean, I've never had great command. I'm no Greg Maddox. You know what I mean? Like, I can see him saying that and everyone looking around like, is he being serious?
Yeah, he's
I don't
the
think
guy.
He's being serious.
He's the guy that wore those the shorts that look like the flag at the alumni game.
Yes, you're exactly right. That's that guy.
Oh, he's the best. I think I love that dude. That dude is awesome. He's solid. Think he has a shaving party? Do you think that?
He might.
I'm going to ask. We're going to ask the ladies when they come in because I'm telling you, it's a real deal. Real thing.
It's a real thing.
Yes.
So can we get serious just for a second?
No.
So Daniel Sorensen, who is a big-time football player out of Colton High School. Remember
Colton?
The golden age of yellow jacket football was like in the 2000s, right, Greg? It
Colton?
was.
I love
all these
Colton.
NFL guys came out of there. The Sorensen family had a couple of them.
Okay.
Wasn't Brad the quarterback? Daniel was the defensive back. He plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, yeah, all the Sorensens were great. But Daniel Sorensen was recently interviewed by a TV station out there in Salt Lake City. I guess the dad in the Sorensen family.
The patriarch.
Yeah, not doing too well right now,
too bad.
health-wise. So Daniel Sorensen really makes an effort to talk to his dad every day, stay in touch, whether it's football or just the little things like, hey, what'd you have for lunch today? You know, like, oh, what are you doing today? Just make that conversation, stay connected with his dad. So here's a quick snippet of an interview. Again, out of Salt Lake City, one of the TV affiliates out there of one of our guys, Daniel Sorensen, out of Colton High School. Just being a good son, I guess. Here's Daniel Sorensen.
Great guy, love him, and such a good example, such a leader, to be around a guy like that that's won so many games, so much experience, and to kind of, you know, learn from him. And I'm excited to see as he goes on. He still has plenty left in the tank to go on and do some things. But love Alex, love playing with him.
What's up, Colton? We got you.
Daniel Sorensen. Apparently, there's several interviews. Here's the one about his dad. That was Alex Smith. Here's the other one with Daniel Sorensen talking about his dad.
And something that I've made it a point to do is, since he has some more free time on his hands, every day on the way home from work, I give him a call and check up on him and talk to him and see how his day's gone. And he always asks how football was, how practice was, and what did I eat, and different things like that. So it's been an opportunity to maybe reach out and do some different things and connect with my dad in a different way.
See, one of the good guys in football, man. Daniel Sorensen, pride of Colton High School.
Is he a BYU guy as well?
He is,
Oh, yeah, good Mormon family, good guys. Yeah, very good guys, Sorensens.
So he's also talking about Alex Smith, who is no longer on the Kansas City Chiefs with Daniel Sorensen. He's now on the Washington Redskins.
Just a nice guy all around.
Good guy, really great guy, and great football player, great athletic family. They were studs, right, at Colton High School, the Sorensens.
Yeah. They're from Colton?
What's up, Colton? We got you.
We got you.
I love that.
Where is that from?
I don't know.
Can we find the origins? Like, where was this born?
I don't know, but I love it so much. Where's he from?
What's up, Colton? We got you.
We got you. What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I just love that guy.
We got to find where this was born, like the origins of that sound drop.
If anyone knows, hit us up. I want to know.
We got you.
That's the best.
All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We're going to talk CBU water polo.
It's a shaving party.
They might be here.
I hope they are.
We're going to go check. We'll talk CBU water polo, and now we're going to talk Major League Baseball a little bit later in the show as well. The Halos taking on the Rangers once again tonight. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
practice. Apparently.
And welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We're proudly brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change, Kin Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass, and Catalana Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Man, Jeff, I just wish we had someone in studio that could take my pulse right now, like to tell me if everything's okay.
Why is
if
that?
we just had someone in here. I feel like my heart's racing a little bit. I just, make sure I'm okay.
You know what? A nurse, a doctor, a phlebotomist. You know what a phlebotomist is?
They take your blood, don't they?
Holy cow, there's somebody in your... Do you have a stethoscope on you by any chance?
No, not today.
Oh, come on.
But we got CBU water polo in the house. They're true student athletes, right?
I guess so.
They battle in the pool. They go to class, and we've got one that's, I think, just came from nursing class.
My blood pressure's really high right now. my eyeballs feel like they're going to bulge out of my head. I could go down at any moment. Just know, do we have paddles in this building?
No.
We have a nurse, though, it looks like.
Yeah, we'll be okay. I feel a little bit better now. We're going to be okay. We're talking CBU women's water polo as we go inside the Lancers presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling. So we got Jocelyn, Schwegler. Did I say that right?
Yes. Everybody butchers that, but you got it.
Hey!
Bingo!
I'm good, right?
Good job, Pep.
We got Jocelyn in the house, Allie Coleman.
Doctor.
Dr. Coleman.
Hey. Don't shortchange her.
I'm sorry.
She's doctor.
That's my bad.
Doctor.
And Madison Gonzales. Hello, Madison.
That would be me.
Do you go by Maddie?
Definitely. Maddie is it.
I'm like 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Schwegler, Maddie, Dr. Coleman. Like, we're good.
Doctor.
A good doctor over here. See, we're talking CBU water polo because they play a lot of these top-ranked teams in the country. And ladies, something about these close matches, you're just, I guess, glutton for punishment, right? Every single one's like a one-goal match. Everyone is so close. Jocelyn, I'll start with you. What's it about all these tight contests? Maybe it's a good thing that you girls are getting battle tested, right? You make a deep postseason run because you've had all these close matches, right? Well, we're glass half full around here. We'll try to be positive, right?
Yeah, I think we just really like the challenge. I don't know what it is, but the intensity of a one-goal game and just trying to prove that we can overcome that kind of, I don't know if they're gonna do it. Just like being able to do that is really just motivating and very exciting in the time.
I thought you were saying you do it for the fans. You give them a show, like, you know what, we got to keep them around for all four quarters, right?
Yeah.
Four quarters, keep them around till the end. We'll keep it close. We'll keep it dramatic.
Yeah, keep them guessing.
Okay. That's one way to put it, right?
Yeah.
Your coach is probably like, let's not do that, right?
Sorry.
Well, we score some goals and win here. Madison, you're a criminal justice major?
That is correct.
Hey. She's a lawyer.
So we got it pretty much all covered here.
A doctor, a lawyer?
Yeah.
All right, we got them all.
All right, so Jocelyn, what are you majoring in?
Oh, okay. I'm a psychology major with a minor in kinesiology.
Another doctor.
Yes.
A doctor of PE.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, I'm gonna. You know what? When you're hurt, I'm gonna work on your brain. We're gonna figure out why you're hurt. And then we're going to get you out there and we're going to play some more ball.
Or in your case, they'll be like, why are you so dumb? We're going to figure that out, right? And then Dr. Coleman's going to be like, okay, we need to drop a little weights.
And then I'm going to lawyer up.
And then you're going to lawyer up and sue me for slander, right?
Exactly. You're darn right. You saw where it was
We
going.
got it all figured out.
Like the trifecta.
I know, right? Maddie, let me ask you. So you, let's see, you don't play again till next Wednesday, right? At Concordia?
That is correct.
So you got a little bit of downtime with a couple matches before you get to the conference tournament at the end of the schedule. Is this a critical time? I mean, to work on some things in the pool in the practice times?
This actually is a very critical time. We've had a lot of time for recovery and bringing in self-improvement. We've been working on a lot of drills, just focusing on individual things that we can do to better the team.
And Allie, so, you've got 24 goals, 32 assists.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
Sure.
She's worried about, like, your blood pressure is 120 over 70 or whatever might be normal. She's not worried about those other stats, those other numbers. But what has the team done well here this season that you guys can build upon? It keeps you optimistic about hopefully winning a conference tournament.
I think we've just really done well on working together as a team and, you know, working towards our strengths and just kind of, like Josh said, being able to overcome the games that, you know, have been really difficult for us.
See, Madison over here, my friend Maddie, like a good lawyer, giving her advice as Dr. Coleman. Dr. Coleman's trying to answer, and Maddie's like, "Oh no, I better talk to her first. You do not want to say this, you want to say that." Good advice, good counsel from our future attorney over here, Maddie. What did you tell her, Maddie? I'm just curious.
I said that our strength has definitely been overcoming adversity this year. We've had a lot of ups and downs through the season, and, you know, our team's been able to come back and just prove ourselves that, you know, we're worthy of everything that we've gotten so far.
Now, who's the assistant coach that definitely wanted to see a picture? Prove you guys were here, you're actually on the show.
That's Chelsea.
Do you want to give her a shout out real quick?
Hi, Chelsea.
Hey, Chels! Hope your concussed brain is doing well.
Your what?
She recently got a concussion because she got into the pool with us.
Oh, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know.
Wait.
She doesn't even know who she is right now. Why are you guys saying hi to her? She's like, I don't know who I am.
Who is that?
What is this?
Who did they just give a shout out to?
I don't know.
Wait, so she's a former player that probably thinks she can still play?
Oh,
is that what?
Well, she definitely can still
she
play.
can.
She could
Okay.
put us all away if she really wanted to.
So who is the other player involved? Because it takes two to tango, right? When you get a concussion.
TBD, to be determined.
Bottom of the
They
pool.
might be in this room right now. I'm going to page Dr. Coleman so we can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Figure out what's going on out there. But a shout out to the coach out there. CBU, again, they've got Concordia on the road next Wednesday and then back home for Fresno State against next Saturday. I looked at your schedule.
Unbelievable schedule.
Yeah, a lot of high-profile, big-time teams that you've played.
Yeah.
When you look at the schedule, I'll start with Allie over here. Dr. Coleman, sorry. My bad.
Yes, thank you.
But when you look back at this schedule, you guys have had to go through a lot of really good, high-ranked teams.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be something said about that to be able to play a lot of good teams and still have a good record and still, you know, feel like you've been competitive in most of those matches.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's really good for us because it helps us to learn how to fight through hard games. Even, you know, if we're playing like a USC or whoever, you know, it helps us to teach us to be tough and to be strong in games that are closer. You know, when we play APU or whoever, that with those close games, you know, we can think back to those really tough games that we had and with those really top teams and to, you know, be able to fight through everything.
Yeah, I had a quick question because I'm looking over your schedule. You guys are playing Harvard, you played Marist, you played Princeton, and Michigan. Hey, my question is, though, you guys are transitioning into Division I as well, correct?
Yes.
But that doesn't seem like, I mean, the lights got turned off here. It seems like you guys played Division I.
There you go. Yep, right behind you. Try the other one.
Definitely. Okay, that was our attorney there. She had to figure out how to do
That's our attorney?
Yeah.
Hold on. We got to turn on the lights.
It already appears that you guys are playing like a Division I schedule. I mean, how do you separate, like when you play these D1 schools and you're playing in a Division II level, how does that affect your rankings at the D2 level, if that makes sense? You guys are playing all these different schools that are different.
I mean, like, I think you play like University of Redlands, which is like a D3, and then you play like Fresno State, who's a Division I. You're all over the place, all over the map.
Yeah, so it's not really like NCAA football or soccer where the Division I teams play just Division I and they go to Division I NCAA championships. All the water polo teams, no matter what division, they all play each other and they play in the same NCAA championship. So like there could be a D3 team going, a D2 team going, a bunch of D1s, but like we all just play in the same championship. Just it's a free for all.
That's a big brain on me right there.
Yeah.
That was pretty good on me.
Because even some of these, you know, smaller division schools like a D3 or you know, other D2 schools, I mean, there's good water polo teams out there. You don't have to be Division I. So when you go into a match, I'll ask Maddie this. I mean, when you go into a match, you know, maybe you're looking and you're like, I've never heard of that school because they're like a D3 or something like that. But it doesn't mean they're not good. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like a USC or a Fresno State or a San Diego State. I mean, you have to be ready every single match.
That's exactly correct. We play teams like Hartwick, and people are like, who is Hartwick? And
Exactly.
we're like, they're a great school, actually. We played them to like a 1-goal game as well. So anywhere, nothing beats California water polo, but anywhere. You can go anywhere around the map and you can find people from all over the place playing a good game. And you can pretty much guarantee that no matter what game you show up to, there's going to be players and they're going to be able to play.
Especially on the West Coast, right? I mean, we got some great volleyball, water polo matches. Oh my gosh.
You've been concussed.
Dr. Coleman, yeah. And the sports psychologist, you know, getting all my sports mixed up. Can you girls hang around for one more segment?
Definitely.
All right,
sure.
we're going to take a break. When we come back, more with the CBU women's water polo team.
Water polo.
And also, I was at a softball game last night. Big doubleheader win against Notre Dame de Namur last night. We'll have that too when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
You know what your problem is?
Easy peasy, right?
Easy man, huh? All people listening. Love it. That was radio
Inland Empire sports fans turn to the Inland Sports Show.
You talk to the radio?
On Fox Sports IE 1350 for breaking news, exclusive interviews, and big-name guests in the IE. Your shot at $1,000 now. Text the keyword money to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio ring. Standard data and message rates apply. That's money to 200-200.
LA Dodgers baseball heard in the IE on Fox Sports 1350 and News Talk 1440. Brought to you by Ballard Rehabilitation Hospital, offering physical rehab to patients suffering from a disabling illness or injury. Our goal is your complete recovery.
Everyone likes to, scrapbook. You can scrapbook on the couch, the kitchen counter, and your favorite place to scrapbook.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, it's just been a blast.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Hey, welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM as we go inside the Lancers presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling. Jeff, we're talking women's water polo. We got 3 big-time stars in our studio right now, Jocelyn, Maddie, and Dr. Coleman. Are your family, friends watching right now? I know your coach just chimed in, right? She texted and said, good job. You're doing a good job on the show.
Yeah, she's really excited that we gave her a shout out. So, hi Chelsea, again.
My dad's out there. Hey Dad,
What's up,
I love you.
Jocelyn, anybody? Friends, family, coach.
Any pets at home?
Pets at home.
Goldfish.
I don't think people at home know this channel exists or like reaches.
Well, we're going to be big in San Diego. I know you're a San Diego native, right?
Yes,
so
yes, I am.
Help us spread the word as we grow down there in San Diego County.
Most definitely will.
So I was going through the schedule, ladies, and you beat APU, which always feels good, right? Not 9-8. That was a close game. Yeah. Lost to number 21 San Diego State 3-2. I know. Sorry to bring that up. Lost to LMU 6-5. Again, going back to all those close matches, what's it like when you're inside the final minute of a match and it's coming down to the last possession? It feels like whoever's going to have that ball last is going to have a chance to win it. Do you embrace that moment? I mean, because it'd be easy to tense up and maybe be overwhelmed by that moment you're in, or you're like, you know what, this is fun. We're playing water polo. We have got a chance to win it. We're playing a ranked team. This is fun. I mean, Jocelyn, how do you feel about that?
Well, I definitely get tense, but I think if any of us get tense, we use that kind of as like a, I don't know, not motivation, but like to help push forward and like, oh my gosh, we're 1 point, it's the last minute, but like we're gonna do it. We're gonna score a goal. We're gonna go after it and like try to do our best with like the 60 seconds we have, which is like 2 possessions. Yeah, 2 possessions. It's pretty fun.
There's got to be a team joker. Like, the match is tied. It's tied. It's very tense. Everyone has serious faces. And then there's someone's like, hey, you know what? They crack a joke or they make a funny face. Who is that person? Is it Maddie?
That's definitely Pua Wong.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Pua is the jokester of the team.
Oh, yeah?
She always gets everybody smiling and laughing. Her and Vicky, definitely.
Because you need somebody on the team like that, right? Everyone's kind of got their roles and their niches. You got to have someone who's kind of funny and kind of loosen up the situation, right?
Yeah. It's always good in a situation like that where everyone is kind of tense to like crack a joke and to get everyone to be like, oh, haha, like it's just a game. You know? Let's have some fun and just finish out whatever time we have left.
So Dr. Coleman, as a nurse, as a future nurse here, she's in her scrubs, right?
Yes.
Called scrubs?
Yeah.
In her scrubs here.
She saved 4 lives
Already.
Oh yeah,
Today.
There was a
Just
crash
today.
coming over here. She pulled the jaws of life out of her trunk, saved some people. But she delivered a baby.
But here's what I'm curious though: like if you're in a match or maybe at practice and someone's like, "Oh, my ankle" or this or that, do you naturally go like, "Let me come over here. Let me see what's going on"?
I want
Let
to
me take
so
your vitals.
badly, but I mean we have trainers that are there most of the time. But every time someone gets a bloody nose, I'm always like, no, you have to press here and like put your head
Let me
down,
help
like
you get out
don't
of
lean your
the
head back, because like a lot of people will try to like put their head back. Like no, you don't do that. You have to put your head forward. But
Why do you put it forward?
you put it forward because you don't want to swallow the blood.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Jeff, you've been
My
doing
mom-
it wrong.
Yeah, my mom all these years would tell me to hold my head back. I couldn't drown.
Because like you instantly want to hold it back so it's not like dripping on.
Yeah.
But
Jeff, you're doing
you
it
don't want to
wrong.
swallow the blood. So
That
you,
makes sense, though.
Yeah,
I've been
so you
drinking
pinch
it for
like
years.
yeah.
I'm a vampire.
Yeah.
Jeez, Jeff. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So you
I'm
like
very full of
you
iron.
pinch to like stop the bleeding and then you lean forward so you don't swallow it.
That makes sense.
Learn something
You know?
new every
Fact of the day.
I think like I'm going back to my old PE days. You know, like the PE teacher doesn't know anything. He's like, hold your head back.
Let me explain this to you.
Yeah.
As you go forward, it vasoconstricts. If you put it in the back, it vasodilates.
Is that right, Dr.
She knows what I'm talking
Coleman? Or
about.
is he making this up?
Vasoconstriction means that you stop the bleeding. Vasodilation means that
Big
you're
brain
bleeding
on
like
me,
a
guys.
sieve.
Did you just Google that?
No,
What
I
did you
know
do,
these
Jeff?
things. Big brain on Big Jeezy.
But all you girls have tough workloads too, right? Because the classwork is tough.
Yeah.
You all have challenging majors, plus you're student athletes. Let me ask Maddie back here what do you want to do with that degree?
I'm actually looking into going to the master's program at CBU for social work.
Social work, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So how tough is it when you go on these, especially like road trips, and you've got a test coming up or some project that you're working on that, obviously you're trying to win matches in the pool, but in the back of your mind you're thinking, oh man, I'm going to be up late. I got all the studying to do. I got this project. I mean, it's tough to balance that, right?
Yes. I would like to say I'm a pretty great procrastinator. But, the team doesn't really help when, you're on travel trips and everybody just wants to mess around because you want to be with the team. But, your studies do come first and everybody really understands that. But, you got to take one for the team sometimes and just, do it the morning up.
Or if you're on the road like I used to do, if I had a project due, I think in my head, I go, oh, I'm getting an incomplete. And that was it. That was it.
Just convince yourself it's going to be okay. I'm not going to turn that in.
No, I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm getting an incomplete. Every single time.
And that's why you transferred, 3 times?
Yeah.
Hey, we mess with each other.
That was low blow. Hey, but I did graduate from CBU.
No, he is a CBU grad, yeah.
Congratulations, Jeff. There we go. Lancers. Lance up! Lance up!
We've got Jocelyn, Maddie, and Dr. Coleman in the house here on the Allen Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Ladies, we're running out of time. We want to see you guys win the conference tournament. What's it called? It's like the Gold Coast, or what's it called? The conference?
The Golden Coast Conference.
I was really close.
Nice. Really close.
So I'm like 2 for 3
yeah.
today. So that's pretty good if I was playing softball or baseball. What do you guys have to do to win that conference tournament? I think it's at LMU, right? Yeah. Okay, 3 for 4 now. Okay, so it's at LMU. What do you have to do? Because all these close matches, it's finally going to go your way. Some of them have, but hopefully more is going to go your way in these last couple of weeks here in the season. So let me start with you, Jocelyn. What do you think has to go your way to maybe, hang a championship banner, a conference banner before you guys fully make that transition to Division I? Because I know we have a couple seniors here, so this is kind of the last hurrah, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think we have to start out really strong because we really like to, like I said earlier, we kind of like to keep everybody on the edge and keep everybody
Keep it
guessing.
dramatic, right?
Yeah.
Keep it close.
Maybe right now, not do that.
That's a good pregame speech.
Yeah.
Hey guys, maybe let's not fall behind early.
Yeah, just have everybody know, like, oh, they are going to get it, and have them know that, like, in the first or second quarter, and just go in and go for it.
Do you have is it kind of plague the season where you fall behind early? It's like, oh, we got to battle back the whole match. Is it one of those deals?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We love that.
Do you?
Some do, some don't. I don't know.
Yeah. Makes things interesting,
Just
right?
the person. Yeah.
Maddie, let me ask you, what does it take to get out to a fast start? A special pregame meal, a pregame speech? What's it going to take?
Well, our team, we have a lot of heart, and so when we get a good, I feel like we've been doing some really strong cheers lately, bringing it in for our Lancers. I think that gets everybody rolling, and then we got a pregame clap going, like when we leave off the line, and when it's strong, I feel like the team just gets all fired up and everybody's excited, and just a strong bench game leads to a strong pool game.
And Allie, Dr. Coleman over here, as a senior, obviously you guys want to go out with a bang, right? How important is it for you and Jocelyn as well to, get some wins here down the stretch and make some noise at the conference tournament?
I mean, I think it's really important for both of us and all the other seniors on the team because this is it for us. We don't really have another chance to be like, oh, it's okay, we'll get it next season. So, I mean, I'm really wanting to, have the team do the best that we can, and hopefully that'll be good enough,
Well, I think it'd only be appropriate to wrap up the interview with one of those pregame, was it chants or a
cheer?
Yeah, cheer. Do you have one that we could do?
So this is one that the bench, like, we do after a goal. Like, after every goal, we do this cheer. You do 1, 2, 3. Lance up!
Short, sweet, and simple,
right to the point. I felt like I was one of the ladies over there. That was awesome.
You didn't clap, Jeff. I thought you were going to clap.
Lance up!
There you go.
Wait, let's all four.
Wait. Is it 2 claps?
Okay, so you go 1, 2, 3, and everybody clap, Lance up.
You got it. Here we go. Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Lance up!
You got it, because you're a Lancer too, Jeff. Yeah, baby! Go Lancers! Jocelyn Schwegler, Dr. Allie Coleman, and Madison Gonzales. Thank you for joining us on the show, ladies. We appreciate it. Best of luck rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball today. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Something to talk about. How about love, 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 scuba dive, can't dig it. I don't know.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
The Stones. Big thanks to the CBU women's water polo team for joining us on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM as we went inside the Lancers, presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling. Jeff, did I come off as a jerk?
Yeah,
I did.
But you always do. The lovable jerk, baby. You're like Navin Johnson. Do you know who Navin Johnson is?
No.
He was the jerk.
Is he a real good guy?
No, he's Steve Martin in the movie The Jerk.
Oh, yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah,
that was his name?
Navin Johnson. Hey, I did forget one thing.
What?
The most important thing I
What
wanted
was
to
the
ask.
most important thing?
Because you didn't believe me.
Because they're probably listening right now as they drive you back to
Ladies,
University.
I'm trying to explain to Pep Fernandez, or Fernando's as my kids like to call him.
Oh, and Maddie has my cell phone, so she can text me if this is true.
I've always known that swimmers and water polo players, before the season starts, they have these big shaving parties. And I just looked it up on the Google, and it came up. Swim shaving parties on YouTube. They're all over the place, all the rage. See, I hung out with swimmers. I dated a couple, and they always had these big shaving parties, and I always wanted to be a part of it. But I wasn't a swimmer, so I was not allowed.
So you do it before the season starts?
Yes, and just whenever you feel the need to shave, man, just have a shaving party.
Cut down on your time, right?
Yeah.
In the pool, and you're faster. Nothing holding your back.
How does that cut back just because you have hair? What is this?
Well, if you're like me and you're a little hairy.
The sweet science.
The sweet science is that
Like
the water goes.
Way down your...
It slows you. It slows you down.
I don't know.
It's like wind resistance in a.
That's right. Is that
it's
why
water resistance?
Is that why seals are so fast?
Yeah, it could be. But seals, they have that oil on their over their hair. But it's like cilia. Do you know what cilia is? See, I'm going big.
You're making stuff up.
No, I'm going big. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Did you guys not take biology?
No, I took biology.
Okay, cilia is the hairy follicles on the outside of a cell. It makes you grab stuff. So you have cilia on your body, is hair, and it slows you down in the water.
I had no idea.
God, man, I'm telling you, man. I teach every single day to you.
You are molding minds
I am.
every single day.
Every day, and I'm molding your mind as we speak. Shaving parties, cilia, and water resistance.
So you're the smart guy and the polite guy on the show?
Apparently so.
And I'm the jerk?
You're always, that's the weird thing is I've always been, it's kind of bizarro inland sports show because in the box.
Because I think in real life, I'm the smart, polite guy.
No, you're not the smart guy. You're the polite guy. But everybody always comes up to me and goes, that Pep guy, he comes off a little jerky.
No, I'm not a jerk.
And then I go, wow.
Just because I said you transferred 3 times.
That's so funny.
And the girls were like, ooh.
Ooh, that's so mean.
Like I'm the bad guy. You're the one that did it.
Well, I'm still, I might be overweight and a little big. But I'm still got that cuteness of quality about me. I'm very cute.
And you're a Lancer just like them.
Lance up!
We had 4 Lancers in a row.
Lance up!
We had 5 with Coleman back in the house.
Oh, yeah. But then I tried to hook Cullen up, and he got all upset with me.
Yeah, there's Dr. Coleman.
Dr. Coleman was single,
right?
And she perked up when I said, hey, Cullen's single. And they went,
She's a senior, though.
Oh, that's even better.
Older woman.
Yeah.
Older ladies.
Cullen's like, man.
He's like, you're a jerk, Jeff.
You guys, now look who's the jerk on the show.
But when we're in this box, we're in the box.
When we're in the box.
We're in the box. I'm always the nice guy. When I'm outside the box,
you're the jerk.
I'm a real a-hole.
But welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Last night I had the pleasure of listening to Cullen for a little bit as he called the CBU softball doubleheader. He was live on our air. It was a big sweep of Notre Dame Day.
Did you say it was a pleasure?
It was a pleasure to listen to him.
Hey, it was, we called him a puppet. And he said, hey, come on, puppet. Say the Inland Sports Show.
They call him the Mike Lindskog of college softball. That's what they call him. Yeah, that's what they call him around the Pac West.
I heard he's like Brent Musburger. He's the Brent Musburger of Corona. Isn't that where you live? He's Brent Musburger.
Crowntown.
Crowntown?
Don't they call it Crowntown? Circle City? Yeah.
They don't either.
Yeah, we've got Hub City, which is cold.
Why would they call it Circle City?
Because all the streets go in circles, right? Nope. Get up here, Colin! Nope.
The city of Corona is built around Grand, which is a circle. So that's where the city originated. That's why it's a circle city.
That's what I meant.
That's why it's the Crown Town.
It's like
Crown Town.
It's like Amsterdam. It's a big circle.
It used to be. Now it's a little circle with a lot of city around it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You can still drive around Grand. They used to have races. The Corona races were a big deal back in the day. Going around Grand. A couple people died doing it.
All right, you bored me already. I don't want to hear about this anymore. Hey, you can go drive around. You can race around. People died. Oh, really? They died racing around. In the 1800s, they had buggy races. They did. There's buggies. And the horses turned over. And the families. And their bonnets. Everybody died. They were carrying butter. They were churning butter and snake oil.
They were?
Yeah, that's what they were doing back in the old days on around Grand.
Pretty serious.
Oh, those peddlers.
But I did listen to Colin. He had the call last night. CBU sweeping a doubleheader on the softball diamond against Notre Dame Day. 7-1 and 5-2. CBU baseball at Fresno Pacific tonight.
Hey, Cullen is their good luck charm. He called his first game was a no-hitter.
Oh, that's right. Every time you call it, have they ever lost when you called the game?
Are you undefeated?
He's undefeated.
Get back on the mic, Cullen.
There. We're tired.
We're not going to bore us anymore. Come on over here. I won't call you a bore.
He's
puppet.
over here like the city manager telling us the blueprints for the city. But now we want to talk softball.
Are you undefeated as the voice of the Lady Lancers?
Never lost.
Why are how many games?
Why is there anybody else calling the games?
That's not true. I did call a 1-0 loss to the Concordia University Eagles.
So it's not
didn't
completely
happen.
true.
Not truthful.
I'm 4-1. I've called 2 no-hitters.
Two.
Back-to-back no-hitters that first night.
Oh, that's
Back-to-back
right.
no-hitters, Sarah Stapp and Kelly Springstead. 2 no-nos.
He even remembered their names.
Yeah, well, of course he does. He's the voice of the Lancers.
I don't remember anybody's name. That's why we have that little stat sheet in front of us during games.
Is that why you call me the puppet, Jeff?
The puppet was yesterday. Is that we were talking on the air and you were on your airwaves, and I said, say hello to us, puppet. And of course I texted you and you said, hey, and now we're being joined by the end of the sports show. And I called you a puppet. That's why.
Thanks, Jeff.
I would put my hand up your shirt, but I don't want that to be construed as weird.
Absolutely. Why would you do that?
Because he'd be like a puppet.
Why can't he be on strings?
That would be that's not a puppet.
That's
a marionette. Yeah, there you go. I agree. God,
I am the jerky dumb guy on
you
the
are,
show.
Absolutely.
I was Capital Alpha.
I don't care what you were.
I was top 10% in the nation.
Yeah,
you went to Humboldt.
You went to Humboldt. That's not saying squat.
It's a school of scholars.
It's not. It's a school of stoners. Yeah, there's no way. Get out of here. Everybody where I teach, everybody gets into Humboldt.
No.
Even the dumb guys. Hey!
They call it the Harvard of the North Coast.
They call it the Harvard of...
Yeah.
No, they don't.
The Dartmouth of
the
Pacific Ocean.
The Harvard of Humboldt.
Yes, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
They're going, hey.
Where'd you go? The Harvard of Humboldt?
Hey,
Where do you think I went?
Hey, man, you got a hacky sack and a joint? You can come to Humboldt, man.
Hey, Jeff, at least he stayed at one school the whole time.
Oh!
Hey, you know what?
Look who's in my corner.
Hey.
Look who's in my corner.
Hey, guess what, guys? I'm 6'8", 280 and have been in a few fights in my life. Let's see you. Colin, if you're
but you know what? I found out if I can just land one punch on your nose, you're going to put your head back, and Dr. Coleman says you can't do that. You might
No,
actually
I
drown in
can't.
blood.
I've been going with my head back for years. I've been swallowing blood for centuries.
That explains so much, Jeff.
What? How all of a sudden did Cullen get jumping on me? You guys.
He's in my corner.
Oh,
He's in my corner.
I would fight both of you at the same time. I guarantee.
But one punch to the nose, we can put you down.
Just put it this way. You guys. If I had a mob of guys, a mob of you guys.
Like a bunch of Rams?
No,
like a mob or?
No.
Like people?
Like sports guys.
Okay.
And you guys threaten to fight me? I would say this to you. You guys might be able to take me down, but one or two of you is really going to get jacked up before I go down.
Really?
Really jacked up. Yeah. I always take the first swing. Always. So you better be prepared. Cullen?
We'll sacrifice intern Jake first.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Jake's not even a person. He's like an action figure. Get him out of here. I'm just worried about Greg. He's from Colton. Don't worry about
Greg
Collins.
might be stuck in the middle.
No, Greg's on my team. He's got some street in him.
We got you, Colton.
We got you, Colton. I'm a big Colton fanatic, buddy. Remember that. You guys are mean to me.
Yeah. Yeah, but does Colton have any roads that go in a circle?
Hey,
Corona does.
Why do they call it Hub City?
Why is it called?
Yeah, why is it Hub City?
Because
I just know that he just
when the city first founded, that was like the main city, like the railroad and all that. So it was
everything came through Colton.
Everything came through Colton back then. Everything still does.
Everything. Colton runs this.
You know what though?
Colton runs it.
I think because a lot of old cars drive through Colton, the hubcaps fall off.
Hey,
old Hub City, baby. Oh, that was mean. Greg, I'm sorry. We're still in the same.
Oh, it's all good.
We're very simpatico right now.
I'd like to give a shout out to the city of Muscoy in San Bernardino. City of Muscoy, the home of the abandoned dogs. So if you ever have a dog you don't want no more, take it to Muscoy.
Redlands used to have the most millionaires per capita of anywhere in the United States. You know what Muscoy
still do.
You know what Muscoy is known for?
Stray dogs, I guess.
No.
Something else?
At one time, they had more murders per capita than anywhere in the U.S.
Did?
Yes.
Where is Muscoy? Like is it like where, what chunk?
Okay, if you're wedged, if you're driving up the 215,
okay,
and it's kind of on the left before you get up to Cal State San Bernardino.
Royal Valley.
Yeah, Royal Valley High School.
Okay.
Muscoy on the other side of the city.
Yes.
But it's not its own city, it's just an area.
It's an area. Well, it's considered I think it's considered a city. It's City of Muscoy, a town.
So is it like Mentone Beach?
Yeah.
Like one of those areas?
Mentone
like an
Beach.
unincorporated district? Or?
Yes. It's not a city, and there's no beach.
There's no
but
beach in Mentone? There's a cool sports bar.
There's just no water.
No, there's a cool sports bar in Mentone.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. I don't know the name of it, but I know I've been there.
I know which one you're talking about.
I've had No,
there is an A&W.
I want to tell you the A&W story. That A&W when I was a kid, is that the one going in Yucaipa? Yucaipa has an A&W.
Well, no, there's one that leads you up to like Running Springs.
Okay.
Like Big Bear.
Forget that one. Forget that one.
Okay,
the one that's in Yucaipa.
I don't know. Is there one in Yucaipa?
Yes.
That's the same one.
Okay. When I was a boy, we went up to Oak Glen.
That's the same one.
Okay.
Is it?
Yes.
Mentone.
Listen.
You think it's Yucaipa's Mentone now?
I'd be Mentone, but we went to Oak Glen.
Forget that one.
Okay, no. So when I was a kid, I ordered a root beer float.
Okay.
A lot of bees up in that area.
There is?
A lot of bees. When I was having my root beer float, I ate a bee, and a bee landed on my tongue and stung my tongue.
Are you serious?
No joke. No joke. I got stung in the tongue. You can ask my parents. And I cried and cried and cried.
What do you do? You can't do anything, right?
Yeah, just go, ah.
Put ice on it?
No, ice cream.
Yeah.
Ice cream and root beer. But yeah, I got stung in the tongue. Going up to, we were going to the apple place.
Did you eat the beef?
I ate it. Damn right I ate it. I eat anything that goes in my mouth.
Jeff is full of bees and blood.
Bees and blood. Man, I'm healthy.
All right, right now the Halos leading the Kansas City Royals 1-0 in the second inning. Ian Kinsler with a home run, and Shohei Ohtani is in the lineup as the designated hitter. He's 0 for 1 right now. We got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to wrap things up and get you all ready for tomorrow. Huge Inland Sports Show.
Mark Eaton, 7'4".
He's massive. That's why it's going to be a huge show, because he is a massive man.
Giant.
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
So how you guys doing? My name is Coach Ray Bass. We're here at the Boost Performance Center today, and here with the one and only Pep Fernandez, and we're going to go over a real basic vertical jump, all right? We're going to teach you guys the technique and its progression. This is a great drill for really any sports, really emphasizes pure power production through the hips, and power is really important for basically any type of athlete, whether you're a football player, track, soccer, basketball. You know, we all want to be powerful, strong athletes. So we're going to go over that today. All right, so first things first. I'm going to have Jacob go ahead and stand with his feet underneath his hips. So you want to have your toes pointed forward. You want your feet to be about hip width, all right? He's going to have his shoulders flexed, all right, in front of his body. So his arms up in front. Okay, now, the most important part here is what's called a counter movement. And what that is I'm going to throw my shoulders back into extension, all right? I'm going to flex my hips, all right? So the shoulders are going to be flexed, and the hips are going to, the shoulders are going to be extended, and the hips are going to be flexed, all right? And then we follow that up with shoulder flexion and hip extension. It's got to be really fast, all right? So right now, I'm just going to show you the first phase of that. So Jacob, I want you to drop your hips into flexion. I want you to throw your arms back into extension when I say go. Ready? Go. Right there. So come up. That's the most important movement there. So after that, it's the landing, all right? So we want to get as high as we can. As I go up, I want to extend through my hips, through my knees, on my toes pointed up. And when we land, I'm going to land back into that hip flexion, arms extended, and I want to stick the landing, all right? So we're going to go over it now. So now we're going to actually jump here, Jacob. I want to see that counter movement. Go ahead and walk a little bit closer to the hurdle here. We're going to extend on the way up. As we elevate, extend through the hips and the knees, stick the landing, throw the arms into extension. Here we go. Ready? On you.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Sports IE 1350. KUBE AM Riverside.
Lemon shrimp, coconut shrimp, pepper shrimp, shrimp soup, shrimp stew, shrimp salad, shrimp and potatoes, shrimp burger, shrimp sandwich. That's about it.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Yeah, third inning. Right now, the Halos up 1-0. Ian Kinsler led off the game in Kansas City with a home run, so it gets even better. You know how Luke trained Ray? Like, the student always passes the master? Like, I'm screening Cullen's phone calls now. That's what we've come to.
Yeah, ladies calling him on the phone.
Lots of ladies.
Lots of ladies saying, hey, is Cullen there?
Yeah. Can Cullen come over here?
Pep and I made a deal. He said, I'll screen your phone calls for you if you'll take some barbs at Jeff for me. Make fun of him on the air.
Maybe that's how it went down.
The deal.
Barbs. No one takes barbs at me.
Lots of barbs.
No one.
Hey, tomorrow on the show, it's going to be real big.
Huge.
Like huge. We're going to have UCR new head men's basketball coach David Patrick live in the studio. In fact, as soon as the show's over, Jeff, remind me, I got to text him.
You?
Got to send him the address. I told him it's just down the street. Easy to find. And then also, Big Mark Eaton. What time is he calling?
We're going to verify tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And so we're going to have him on sometime from 3 to 6.
All right. So former Utah Jazz center, and he just put out a new book, didn't he?
Yeah, he played at UCLA, played at Cypress College, was coached by one of my good friends, Tom Lubin.
And then also Sophia Bowman's supposed to join us as well from
She is?
The Voice.
I'm going to have to put on some cologne and comb my hair.
Sneaky.
I might wear a
Comb
suit
your
and
hair?
tie. Yeah, my chest hair.
I thought you were having a shaving party tonight.
I am going to have a shaving party. Invite Bowman over to my house. She can shave my back.
Lucky her.
Exactly.
It's all brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and the lowest prices, man. They are the best. You're going to spoil yourself and your car. You get a mint flour on the way out. That's Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs. They also do team sales. They do embroidery. They got a own little print shop. They do everything right there in-house. So anything you might need sports supply-wise, they can hook it up. That's Ken Sporting Goods. KenSportingGoods.com is the website. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Lacrosse to football, golf, and everything in between at all levels, youth, high school, college, trying to turn pro? Go to Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. And Catalana Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Buy, trade, finance. Find that sweet new ride. There's no pressure, no headaches when buying a car or truck at Catalana Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Coming up at 6:50 pregame, it's the Quakes home opener against the 66ers right here on Fox Sports IE. For us, we'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.